block from Hollywood. Fell for that.
At 17 years old, I was one of those interns working out of his office, riding around in the Luke vans, getting people registered to vote.
So I look as Luke as the father of Miami. But Luke, I just want to say I love you and I appreciate you and I'm grateful for you. I'm happy for you. Be proud. Luke Campbell Way, Liberty City, Dade County, 305. Make some noise for Uncle Luke.
Everybody that's out here, they're out here because we all got something in common. And what we have in common is we help. We help kids like this. Gil Green helps and inspire. DJ Epps helps and inspire. Devontae Friedman helps and inspire. DJ Khaled helps tremendously inspire. My good friend Stan the Man over there helped. E-Class, who was here, helps and inspire. These guys do a lot of things that you all don't even know. I mean, teach, owns a restaurant, helps and inspire. I mean, that is what it's all about. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy that you are here because I know my heart is beating fast. It's that time of year. We have been running in a race. And in the race, it's been going, we're almost at the end. Yes, heart beating fast. How are you guys doing? Welcome to another edition of the Uncle Luke Show podcast, brought to you by Luke Records, www.lukerecords.com. You can go over there, get some paraphernalia, get you all your Luke gear, everything that you need and want. ASAP, so fast, make your head spin. That's what I need you to do. Go over there, get you some Luke gear. Please get the Luke gear. That's what the show is brought to you by. Trying to do a good service to the good people over there because they feel like I've been neglecting them. They feel that I've been neglecting them because I've been doing this run for Congress and it is going so good that I just have not been able to do the show. I'm just saying, it's not my fault. I have not been able to do the show. I just been all over Broward County, dropping bombs everywhere. I'm just saying. Don't blame me. Blame the people I'm running against. Blame the people I'm running against, please. Blame them. Because I'm running against people who, I don't know. I'm just saying, my dog looks at me crazy. Son looks at me crazy. I'm not at the baseball games. I'm running in a race to try and help people. I'm running in a race. I always find myself, God always send me to these places to try and help people. And that's what I'm in for. That's what I'm running for. So, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm going to say it again. Welcome to the Uncle Luke Show. Excuse me because I'm rusty. I have not did the show when I needed to be doing the show because I have actually no freaking time at all. I have no time. I try and find time to do this show and it becomes hard. It really does. It becomes super hard for me not. It's crazy. You know, it's like, the last time I did the show, I taped it. I actually taped the show in order to do the show. So, you know, to get it on the air. So I'm going to start taping 40 in the morning because let me tell you, you know, like, share, subscribe to the show right now. Shouts out to everybody that's on YouTube. Shouts to everybody that's on X. Shouts out to everybody that's on Instagram. Shouts out to everybody that's on my Facebook pages. Hey, I love you guys. So I'm just telling you how my day go. Like, just think about this week. So Early voting started on Saturday. We had to do preparation for early voting. Get the vans, get the trucks, get the people, get the gear, get the clothes, get everything, get the flyers. All these things we had to get prepared for early voting, which started on Saturday. Did real good. People came out. People came to vote. It was a little slow, but a large part of the people came out to vote. Hey, remember, up top, we're doing a 24-hour fundraiser. 24 hours, right there. Go up here, right here, right here, right here. Scan the QR code ASAP. Scan the QR code. If you can't scan the QR code, go to my website down here, www.luthercampbellforcongress.com. We need all the funds we can get. And remember, this money goes toward the campaign. Don't go to me. It goes toward the campaign. I got to pay poll workers. I got to buy flyers, buy posters, buy everything, commercials, advertisement, you name it, everything that you see that we're doing, people who are doing the edits, people who are monitoring social media, people who are out in the streets and about, we put the money back into the streets. And then, you know, we let it all fall into the hands of the good people. I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, the money that goes into the campaign, it goes toward me getting the word out. You know, and that's why I tell people it's very, very important to donate $5, $10, whatever you can donate to the campaign. Just it's a liberating feeling. I mean, probably my first campaign I donated to was school board member Dorothy Benjos Mendigal. I mean, I was like, look, I want my school board member to not have to worry about any money from any special interest groups. So I donated to her campaign. Then I started doing fundraisers for her, so she can not have to worry about some other people putting money into her campaign, and then she has to then govern the way that they want her to govern, and not necessarily of the community. And so that is why she's so powerful. Nobody runs against her because she has the community, the pulse of the community. She does a great job, and she don't have to take any special interest group money to govern. And that's the important part of what we need to understand as a people, how important it is to put money into our campaigns, our candidates' campaigns, because if you don't, they will. And if they do, they want something in return. And 9 times 10, that is how your community gets gentrified. That's how the resources go to people who don't look like you. Say, for instance, the milk contract and the school board. The milk contract in the 3rd largest school district in America, which is in the 4th largest school district in America, the milk contract could be a $10 million contract. Easy. You're giving milk, you're feeding milk to all the cafeterias in an entire school district. Think about that. Because the milkman put money into the campaign. So what did he get in return? He put $3,500 into the campaign. He told his friends, he did a fundraiser, he raised about $100,000, and he got a $3 to $5 million contract. That is how it works. But we don't get it for some reason. We don't get it. And it protects the community because you are a contractor and you're African American. See, the Latins do it together. They call it Latin Builders Association. Don't take my word. Look it up. The Latin Builders Association made up of all these Latin contractors, Latin construction people, Latin cement people, Latin everything, Latin electricians, and they're all a part of this thing called the Latin Builders Association. They have their own lobbyists. They decide how much money they're going to put in a campaign, because when they put the money into a campaign, they expect to do what? Have the Latin Builders Association get those contracts and those jobs. That is how they operate. But unfortunately, we don't do that. Well, not that I know of. Where's the Black Builders Association? Black Builders Association, you want to get all the contracts, you got to put the money into what? Into the campaign of the people who are running for office, who are going to be in control of the money. Other than that, they get the money from the Latin Builders Association and any other association. I'm just using them as an example. And what ends up happening? They get the job. You ride by, oh, we're getting a new building built. And then you're looking at the building and them people have them big towels around their face and all that. You'll never see their face because that is by design. the contractors, when they're building in black neighborhoods, you never see the face of the people who are doing the work, because they tell their people that, hey, look, cover your face up, because we don't want the community complaining that black people are not on the job site. See how that works? Because the people of the community is going to call up the commissioner, who's obviously put in by the white organization because he took the special interest group's money, and now he's getting pressure. Why y'all ain't got no black people out there? And before you know it, now the contractor got to put some black people out there into a job where he should have already put black people out there, but he didn't, because he's looking out for his own people. See, what people don't understand, these elections are about looking out for your own people. That's what it is. It's about, look at Donald Trump. Case in point. Who is he looking out for? What is this cabinet made up of? All white people. And everybody that's eating in his administration are all white people. And all of his family. All of the people that he put as department heads, I don't know, DOJ, you name it, FBI director, Homeland Security director, everybody in his administration are getting paid, because you control the Congress and you control the Senate, which the Senate is the one who determines who become the department heads, because you got to go through Senate subcommittee hearings. And what ends up happening is all of his people get approved, because if they don't approve them, watch this, if a senator in a controlled Republican Senate don't approve a Donald Trump nominee, I don't care, he could have killed 5 dogs and cats and called everybody whatever the hell it is, the child of God, he's going to get approved. He's going to get approved. And if he don't get approved, then that senator, when he's going up for re-election, he's going to find himself not getting re-elected. That is what Donald Trump do. Unlike the Black Congressional Caucus, Donald Trump and MAGA say, hey, look, if we send somebody to be approved, you better approve them. If you go against anything that we say we want to get done and you don't do it, oh, you're going to be looking for a job. You're going to go find you a job, boss. It's just that simple. Because you will not be here under no circumstances in this outfit. No. Trump don't play with that. And that's the thing. That's the difference between him and MAGA and the Congressional Black Caucus. Congressional Black Caucus screaming out, oh, they're jurymen. Oh my God, they're taking away African Americans' representation. The Civil Rights Bill was in effect for all these years, and now they've just taken away African Americans' representation in Tennessee and Louisiana and Alabama. How dare the Republicans do that? Meanwhile, Debbie, one of the longtime Democrats, white lady, what does she do? Fuck that. I'm going to run into this black district with Luther Campbell. We're going to run against all 5 of these black people. And we're going to try to do the same thing that Steve Cohen did in Memphis, and run against one and only white person running against a crowded field of black people. We're going to announce real late so ain't no other white person can get in the race, so we can then squeeze their vote out. So yeah, that's what you got. That's what you got. A bunch of hypocrites. A bunch of hypocrites in a party that they're losing themselves. And here's why I say, move dog. It's not no time for me to be messing with you. My dog even missed me. The Democratic Party, for which you all know I was at, is all but gone. I'm here to tell you. I'm a Democrat, card carrying, blue no matter who. I used to be blue no matter who. I'm blue. I'm like blue with a caution, with a big caution sign. It's gone. I told y'all this. Nobody wants to listen to me. When Debbie Wasserman Schultz was allowed to run in this district And not one Congressional Black Caucus member had nothing to say about her running in this district. When everybody in the entire district, all the Black Democrats, the Black this, the Black that, the Black Congressional, whatever, you name it, the Black, you name it, Broward County Black, whatever, anything Black except the NAACP. We already know how that organization operates. Everybody denounced her from running in this district, but the Black Congressional Caucus, but Hakeem Jeffrey, but the leader of the Black Caucus. Not one of those Black Caucus members said anything. Right then, it told me the party that I have supported so much and got so much heat for is gone. That told me that told me the Democratic Party is gone. That told me the party that I grew up on, the party that I've always supported, is all but gone. But then fast forward to now, we're running. Make sure y'all go early vote. Make sure you go early vote if you're in Congressional District 20. If you're not in Congressional District 20, go to my website, make a campaign contribution to go a long ways. Now look what happened. Look what happened in Detroit. Look what happened in Michigan. So you have, this is what you have. Don't get mad with me. This is what you have. You have the white people in the Democratic Party. They're over here. You have a party that's like out of fucking control. The Democratic Party is in chaos. It is in disarray, not chaos, disarray. Chuck Schumer has no control. Hakeem Jeffrey has no control. Nobody has control. It's done. Look what you have in the Democratic Party right now. You have Luke, who represents the street, the brothers, Black Power movement, the ones who get ready who really want to lead this shit and go independent, which is in no man's land. I mean, everybody independent is like, ooh, we're just over here on standby, waiting for somebody to come get us. Independent is like, okay, but let's just stay right here on the Democratic Party. And I didn't even hook my camera up. I don't know what I'm doing. I got a camera, the wrong camera. I was like looking at it, my eyes burning because I've been in the streets for so long. The dog is giving me hay fever, but the Democratic Party, for what you know it is, this is where we're at. Sorry, you keep seeing me squinching. The dog is here, and I need to give him a bath and put some sort of something on him to not have my eyes burn. But here's the party. This is the Democratic Party, what you have. Why it's going crazy. And the leaders of the party are horrible, including the one who's running my race, who's supposed to have been a so-called leader of the Democratic Party, some sort of ranking member, the one who Barack Obama fired when she was running the Democratic Party or whatever the hell title she had. Another story. But this party, it is so far gone. I don't know whether it could be straightened out in this lifetime. I know y'all say, Luke, get to what the fuck is wrong with the party? You're right. So here we go. You have the whites over here. You have the Black Caucus over here, who are controlled by the whites. Hold on, it's my son calling. Hello, son. Yes, sir. Now you what? You got school tomorrow? Okay. Okay, I'll set it up. All right. Yeah, if you don't have school, go there. Yeah. Okay. I'll check. See, got daddy to do. See, stop the whole. That is the only person that can stop the whole podcast, my son. He needs to know what his schedule is. Daddy is doing too much. So you have the whites over here in the Democratic Party. Whites over here. You had the blacks over here. The blacks are ran by the whites. That's why you saw no blacks say anything about Debbie Wasserman Schultz. Then you have Jewish people over here. And now you have Arabs over here. So what you saw with Bandani and what you saw in Michigan is getting ready to be a serious situation in the Democratic Party. So these guys over here, with the gentleman who won the primary in Michigan over a card-carrying traditional Democrat, whooped her. What you see is what they're taking a page out of the book of Israel. They're taking the same page. So you have in this country AIPAC. AIPAC is an organization that supports Israel. They're a PAC. They put tons of money into politicians and they expect them to support Israel and everything about it. So the Palestinians said, okay, we're going to create our own AIPAC situation. And we're going to get our own put our money on our own elected officials. So that is where you get the Mandani and the guy from Michigan and any other people who want to run in the race to denounce the war in Israel. Those are anti-Israel. They consider them as anti-Israel, centrists, whatever. They give them all kind of names. Everybody get a name. So we have a guy in my race that's like that, but he's not an Arab. He's not he's actually Black Jew. So Dane, did he raise a lot of money? Yes, he did. Raised a ton of money, but he don't fit the same profile that they, the Arab look. I don't think they're ready to start buying Black politicians. See, because Black people, we've always had a relationship with Jewish people. That's in the history books. That relationship is shaky right now because of what Debbie Wasserman Schultz is doing right now in our congressional district. That relationship is all but gone because she's running in a predominantly African-American district. And that has always been a no-no when it came to the Jewish relationship with African-Americans. Where it goes after this, I don't know. But going back to the party, so a large part of your Black congressional members are sponsored by AIPAC. Large part of your white members are sponsored by AIPAC, and a large part of the white members are not. So when it comes to the Black members saying something about the AIPAC queen, which is Debbie, they can't say nothing because that is essentially saying something to one of the top people in AIPAC who AIPAC gives funds to. That's why they had to shut the fuck up. They couldn't say that because they're in control. They're not controlled by the representation of African Americans. They're controlled by the fact that AIPAC controls them. But then now you have this other situation balling up. These Palestinians are now putting money into their candidates' campaign, and they're running these candidates against your traditional Democrats, similar to Mega running against traditional Republicans, and Mega start beating them, and now you see those people beating the traditional Democrats. But where the fuck do the black people stand in all this? Black people stand in all this is where you're going to start losing your seats. Because those people, the Palestinians, can't run anybody in the black neighborhood. They can't get that many black votes. It's hard for them to do that. So the AIPACers, the ones who don't look like us, look like me, they're going to start running in the black districts. You see where I'm going? Because we are so fucking cool with everybody. Because we don't think for ourselves. We just think everybody is friend, and we just let everybody in the house. We just fucking feed everybody. Even though we just feed the colonizer, we feed the oppressor, we feed everybody. We just let everybody in. We welcome them in. We walk them around. We let them touch our kids and all that shit. No other race of people do that. You ain't gonna go in no Asian community and hijack their shit. You ain't gonna go in no Muslim community and hijack their shit. You ain't gonna go in no redneck white community and do no shit like that. No, they're gonna check you at the door. But not us. Not us. And they look at us and they say, they're easy targets. So in this new situation of a party called the Democratic Party, what you have is, once again, the most powerful group of people in the Democratic Party, that the movers and the shakers, that without us, this party is nothing. We sit over here, them being bought and paid for. 99%, 95% of your elected black congressmen have no backbone. They're bought and paid for. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I call it for what it is. Then you have me. I'm running as the representative of the silent majority, the real black man that ain't been bought by no AIPAC, ain't been bought by no fucking body. I'm running as the black man that's angry, that's mad, that's coming into this race to defend the black woman and the black family. That needs to be the movement for us in this party, and we need to get rid of them fucking elites. People of Broward County, get out and vote for me. Push me in. That will start what Mandani started with his little group. And you see, they won. You see, they won. They won in Michigan. That's what needs to happen. But the question is, are we going to go out and vote? They expect us not to vote. I saw little Debbie and sitting at the poll today. Walked over there. Now, mind you, I don't know the lady. I met her. But I cannot stomach shaking her hand. I can't be cordial with a person like that because my parents taught me about history. My parents taught me history. My Bahamian uncle and my Jamaican daddy, on the weekends, they made me read history books. This shit goes in circles. I can't stomach sitting there shaking hands and being cordial to the colonizer. I've seen this lady in forums. I go up and shaking her hand. I can't do it. I can't do it. She bothers me. Not to the point where I just can't do it. But what she represents, I can't even touch her hand. That's all it ain't. I ain't say nothing to the lady. We both at a polling site. She going up to the cars. She goes to the car, talks to the people move down. I go to the car, talk to them. Hey, Luther, hey, hi, Mr. Campbell. I like what you do. You fight so hard for the people. Hey, look, hopefully you give me your vote. The women at the poll that has other people's shirt on, I don't care. Just vote for anybody but her. Vote for anybody black. If you don't vote for my candidate, vote for anybody but. That's what people are at. So I cannot, listen, I know the history with Jewish people and black people and how we had a bond together. And over the years, through greed and because of our rich bonding history, these folks nowadays, they've taken advantage of us. They've taken advantage of us in the music industry. They've taken advantage of us in the entertainment, in the movie industry. They've taken advantage of us on TV. They've taken advantage of us on so many. It ain't the partnership that we originally had. It's not the partnership that we originally had. Do I have a problem with that? No, because I have no problem with no group of people who look out for their own people. Because when they look at their kids and they say, I have to build something generational wealth for my kid because at some point I need to be able to pass something down to them. So by all means necessary, I'm going to get that done. I don't have a problem with those folks, whether it's white people, Jewish people, Palestinian people, Asian people, you name it. I don't have a problem with them people looking out for their own people. The people I have a problem with is us, not looking out for us the same way with the same conviction that they do. We allow these people to come in our homes and our communities, and we welcome these fucking people because we have so much hate for one another. We have so much hate for one another. We hate to see one of us go here and we'll bring them in. Come on in. Take my baby. And they know they can do that. That's why it's like you'll try a sucker if you know you're a sucker. But you ain't finna try no real nigga. That ain't finna happen. Because you know you're going to get smoke and all that and some. So you're going to go sit over there, man. You're going to just talk, doing all this and all that. Man, what? You got something to say? But if you know you're a sucker, what you going to do, man? I'm going, hey, man, what? Man, come on, man. We go over there, man. That's us. Everybody forming their own alliances. You got the Palestinians forming their own alliance. They're taking a page out of the Israelis' book. And they're saying, oh, y'all got AIPAC. Oh, we got our own pack. We're going to support our own candidates. And we're going to use this Democratic Party here. Meanwhile, black people sitting there like this here, chilling. Because they handpicked a whole bunch of elites. Whole bunch of highly educated elite motherfuckers who want a job and scared to get a job. They've aligned us with everybody but the black man. I'm going to say it. Ain't no real black men going to Washington. They don't like that. Outspoken, not under control. Oh, we're going to take the House back. You take the House back, I guarantee you Hakeem Jeffrey is not the House leader. No way. They're not going to let him be the lead. He's a fucking interim coach. You know what they do when they get a football team and the football team is tanking or something like that? They'll go get the black guy, he be the interim coach. You know when they fire the football coach or the basketball coach, the interim coach is a black guy. Oh yeah, we got a black guy coach. But then when they got a real football team, when they got control and they get ready to go to the Super Bowl, they got a Super Bowl man-made team, or they control the House and the Senate, the majority leader, it's gonna be white. What we have in this Democratic Party, people, I told these people at John Knox, I went over to John Knox. That was the only place I actually see Debbie at. All white John Knox in Pompano. It's a senior home, the Villages, immaculate senior home. Only place I seen her. All the forums I did in the black community, she didn't show up. This is how much respect this lady has for the black community. I'm not going to none of these other forums. I'm not going to talk to them people. I'm not. Okay, fine. I missed a forum here or two. I understand, but my schedule was conflicted. But I did a ton of forums in the black community because they needed to hear what I had to say. And I went over into the white community and did forums over there also because they need to hear my word. I sat there and told these white people at John Knox, I said, listen, if you vote for her, let's I keep it a buck. I say, let's deal with the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is white people, you white people, right now, have an opportunity to make the choice whether the Democratic Party stays intact or not. Because African American men are going to leave. I represent the real black man. And the real black men look at and real black women look at. I represent the silent majority, the black men and women who don't have any faith in this Democratic Party. I know y'all got your little voters, you have your super voters within the black community, and they're this percentage, and you control them, and you know how to reach them through their pastor or through some community worker that you pay on a year-round basis, the people who you harvest their ballots. We know you can control that group. That's why when they tell you they want more people to go out and vote, they really don't want that. When they tell you they want more people to register to vote, they really don't want that. Because if more people register and affect their little 20% that they can control, and you add another 20 on that, they can't control that. They don't know what direction they're going, but they know where that 20% going because they know they can reach out and touch them through some shape, form, or fashion of who activists got X amount, pastor has X amount, elected official has X amount, and we can pay these people off and give these people money, and through our other legal shit that we can control that little amount of people in the black community, and we can elect whoever we want to elect with that money. So when all these new people come in to the election, oh my God, we don't have this shit gonna go. And that is what I'm attempting to do. I am attempting to bring in this why I'm in this race, because I'm one of the ones who's sick and tired of being sick and tired, upset about the process. And if you upset just like me, if you want some change, ain't no time to be talking about, oh, they ain't gonna do what the fuck they want to do. No, I ain't fucking with that politics. I ain't messing with that. No, that you got a candidate. You have a candidate, and that is me. Number one, what certifies me is I've done the work. I've done so many things. I sit there all night and tell you all how much shit I've done. And not one of these candidates in this race here have done 10% of the shit I've done in the lives that I've touched. So when they're going to talk about, oh, they have experience. Experience in doing what? They brought no money back here. Experience to do what? Have they created any millionaires? Experience to doing what? Have they change any laws where African-American contractors can get jobs? Experience doing what? Kids go to school and leave our community and have to go to Chicago and DC and Atlanta for good jobs because they went to go get a job, get a good education, but when they came back home, they couldn't work because the people didn't look like them who was doing the hiring because they hired their own. Experience in doing what? Gentrifying the neighborhood, goddamn Central, damn near getting ready to be Las Olas. Come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So it sickens me when I see the direction of this party. We have no backbone. Zero. So I'm praying that the people of Congressional District 20 get it. I'm praying that those people, because if I had to sit here and say, okay, I could win a race with the super voters, some gonna go over here, some gonna go over here with the old man who got his ass whooped in the last race by the lady who got convicted on 25 counts out of the 27 who has an indictment. Some gonna go over there with her. Some gonna go with the white lady because they just think everything, they think they got that white Jesus in their house and they think everything that's white is right. So some gonna go over there. And so they're gonna be all over. That's what it. And then, you know, you got the other little guy, you know, he goes into his little, you know, LGBT community, you know, he's going to get his LGBTQ votes over there. But at some point, people have to wake up and really look at the candidates and look at where we're at as a country. Where we at as a country. Young guy, 27-year-old, substitute teacher. What is his resume? What have he done? That's why on the box, when they say qualified, I just knew it was going to be qualified. And you had to do, in order to qualify to run for office, you had to do so many hours of community service. That shit ain't nowhere on there. It should be on there. And it should be a certain amount that you need to be able to certify that you've done in order to qualify you to run for office, but it's not on there. So when I look at my resume, I'm overqualified. I'm shit. These people in my race, oh, they got all experience, my ass. Experience to do what? So then you look at the other person in the race. She was the incumbent. Sheila then has to resign because she just got convicted on 25 counts. Out of the 27 accounts against her, she got convicted on 25. And on top of it, she has a federal indictment that she got to go to court. Why is she running? I don't know. Everybody who works for her and everybody around her has been indicted. Why is she running? I don't know. Because there's a strong possibility when she go to court in February, she can get put in jail. And we'll be back to square one. So I'm like, look, Congress, you got to run every 2 years, sweetheart. Go sit down and handle your personal business and then run in another couple of years if you think you're all that. But I can't tell people what to do. It's American way. Then you have the guy who she beat by 70 points in a head-to-head race, Mr. Dell. She beat his ass like a drum, but he'll tell you, oh, she only beat me by 5 votes. That was 3 times ago. She beat you by 5 votes. She beat you a head-to-head 70%. The lady who's been indicted beat you by 70%. Nobody wants you, but you'll get a few people. Former mayor, you get beat by a lady who just been introduced to politics. That means sit down. That means go sit the fuck down. You a career politician in Broward County. That means go sit down. Deal. Which I think somebody got him in the race. Then you have, in my opinion, it was a lady at John Knox came up to me after I told him, I say, look, y'all white people, you have the power to make the decision as to if you're going to burn the Democratic Party down, because I can tell you for sure, if she wins, you vote for her. What you know as the Democratic Party will crash and burn, because the message will be sent loud and clear that y'all don't want a real black man in Congress representing black people. And y'all don't give a shit about a black district being represented by a black person. It's every man for himself and woman for herself. Y'all would have sent a message to African Americans in this country, not just this district, that you don't give a rat's ass about black people. You're doing the same thing that you screamed on the Republicans about when they gerrymandered the map and they took black representation away, and you called them everything but the child of God. You say you want to boycott their football teams, you want to boycott the state, you want to do all these things, but yet and still, when you do it, you're a fucking hypocrite. And I told those white people at John Knox, the white lady came up to me, why would you call Debbie a colonizer? Why would you call her those things? I say, no, was it colonizer she said? Or was it carpetbagger? It was one of those words I said. Then I asked her to define it. And she said, you define it. I said, no, you asked me the question. I need to know what you tell me the definition. I said, you tell me the definition, you'll find out your own answer. But if you can't tell me the definition, then ma'am, it was great talking to you. I have them all the time come to me. They tried to make me out of anti-Semitic at first. You said this. No, I choose my words very careful. I'm not anti-Semitic. I call it what it is. And see, some people have a tendency, if you say something that they're wrong about something, all of a sudden you're anti-Semitic. But they can call us everything but the child of God, and we don't say, oh, you fucking Klansman, or you person get ready to put us back in slavery. We don't do that. So some people you know what I'm saying? So you gotta choose your words carefully, because they always want to tag you with something. The dog whistle their people like, oh, he's this. The rally the truth. But we don't do that. Why the fuck we don't do that? We're all up in arms right now, Chef Creole. Fuck around and find out. How about us? Vote for her. You're going to fuck around and find out. I'm going to be sitting over there on the French Riviera some motherfucking well, because I ain't running another time. I'm running in this race. God sent me to run in this race for my people. He sends me in these places. Like the lady, if you go to my social media page, that lady said, God got his hands on you. God got his hands on you. God got you. And she's right. I know who sends me to these places to do the work. I'm sent by God. Listen, man, when my child came here and they told me, and my ex that, oh, there's a possibility. She told me there's a possibility I can't have any kids. And I'm like, okay. We were together for being together, and then because when I lost my mom, I was like, man, my mom is a good woman. God, why would you take my mom from us? Why would you have my mom suffer from arthritis, then give her cancer, then give her high blood pressure? Why you take limb after limb and have her suffer? And I lost a lot of faith. I lost a lot of faith. I just did not understand it. And I did not understand this great lady who had 5 successful boys, took care of her husband, gave so much to the community and so many people and touched so many people's lives. Why would you put her in this predicament to suffer the way she did? And I'm telling y'all right now, I lost a lot of faith in the good book. And I was searching for, okay, let me research religion. Maybe this is not us. Maybe Jesus and God is not us. And I'm searching and looking in different religions and what fits and all this here, but it all came back to God. Because no matter who, he has all different types of names. And when it became, oh, there's possibility that you may not have kids, okay, fine, we good. It is what it is. Then one child came and it was a miscarriage. So it was expected. And the other child came, my son. I was like, this is God sent. That was God sending me a message that he is in control of everything. And I regained my faith in the Lord because he wasn't supposed to be here. And I realized doctors and nobody can't tell nobody anything. So I have conversations with God all the time. So when I tell people that, this is the first time I'm like really having that conversation with you all, because people, oh, God tells me this, oh, Jesus, all this and all that. I don't play with God. I don't play with Jesus. I don't play with them at all, because I know how important they are in my life, and they send me to these places to do his work. He sent me to Miami Edison Senior High. I'm leaving Miami, New Orleans. I live around the corner, not too far from New Orleans, and I can get there 5 minutes, get to my son practice, and another 5 minutes. Then he say, oh, man, you go down there to Miami Edison. This school ain't won no games for 2 years. Bottom of the barrel, the school is going down. It's an F school. It was a dumping ground for a bunch of kids. All the worst kids would go to their school, and it would be and then on the verge of being closed down. And I'm like, why are you sending me here? And the coach, my friend, said, Luke, come on over here and help my school. And he brought the principal. We went to his house. Coach Ben shots out him, and we went to the principal. I'm like, what am I doing? Why am I sitting here? I'm over at Nolan, my good friend Coach Bird, and we sending kids to college, Carlton Davis, with Sean Joseph, Emmett Rice, you name it. We doing good. Why am I going over here? And it just hit me on the way back from meeting with these guys. You got to go over there. God. Then I get over there, and the first day they say, new coach is here, Coach Luke, and come on down for the meeting. It was 8 kids show up. Then it's like, okay, maybe they didn't get the message. New coach, the next day was 6. It was like lost 2 kids. It was like, oh shit. So me and De La, which is Malachi Tony Daddy, who's my good friend, we got together and we built that program at Miami Edison. So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, you send me here to fix this. I go to practice, dirt all the way up. I got dirt in my nose. I take me an hour. I got to soak, dirt everywhere, dust everywhere, dust bowl. Locker room, I'm like, the locker room, oh, rat infested, termites, this the locker room? Man, I'm going home driving, man. God, you put me in, what the hell you put me in here, man? Come on, man. Why are you doing this to me? And we go over there and we do what? We turn the place around. State-of-the-art locker room. Shouts out to Tom Garfinkel. He just left from the Miami Dolphins. He was the one that did that. Tom, I need help. Using my resource. Tom, I need help. Locker room is horrible. Whatever you got, hey man, we putting some new lockers in at the Miami Dolphins. We're gonna take the same lockers we putting in at the Dolphin Stadium, and I'm gonna order some extra lockers and give them to y'all. That's how the locker room got built. Because of my relationships. Yo, this dust bowl of a stadium, I gotta get this redone. Hey, Adidas. No, before the Adidas deal, we got the field resided. Because I called my friend, board member, Dorothy Bendross Mendigal, and say, board member, this is unsafe. And she was like, okay, send the maintenance over there and do it over. And they actually redid the field. And then at the same time, I'm telling Adidas, I need a field because I'm sponsored by them. They come in $3.5 million stadium. Who in this race can do something like that? Nobody. A combined amount of time, 62 years, all of the current politicians in this race, what have they done? How many lives have they touched? How many kids stepped on that field? How many kids got scholarships under my watch? How many people that I call, whether it was Nick Saban or you name it, name your Lane Kiffin, name your favorite college head football coach, Mario Cristobal, you name it. Friedman, you name it. Name a school and you can name a coach and they are in my Rolodex. Because I took my time to get to know these people, build a relationship with these people so I can get my kids in college. And not because, not the top schools, but how about the little ones? Spelman, not Stillman. Spelman, can't go to Spelman. Stillman. All these schools like that. The small schools. That's why I do most of my work. Because they be feeling neglected, like, oh, ain't nobody come talk to us. No, I can unfold. You name it. Big school, little schools, small schools, coach. You name it. Alabama, DB coach. Colorado, Dion, the general manager, LSU, Corey Raymond. Who? Crime Dog. Trickett, offensive coordinators, Coastal Carolina. You name it. Who? Panazio. All my good friends over there, Joe over there in Philadelphia with Stockton, who is another friend of mine. You name it. Head coach of FAM, head coach, you name it. All I'm in here. Western Michigan, you name it. That's how you get your kids to school. Anybody in this race ever did that? Where's the experience of actually doing the work? Those are the things that should qualify you to be able to run. I'm just saying. Stadiums built. So let's talk about the Alonzo Mourning thing. This y'all go away and I do tweets and I do Instagrams, posts. Let's talk about Alonzo Mourning. That was viral. Luther Campbell says Alonzo Mourning. Here we go. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Alonzo Mourning. Let's talk about it. You want to have that conversation? Why is Luther Campbell saying something about Alonzo Mourning? What the hell is going on with him? And I call Alonzo Mourning a sellout. because he inserted himself in my race. He went and what did he do? He endorsed Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I made peace with Alonzo Mourning, saw him places, hello, shake his hand, golf tournament, even went to his golf tournament. My good friend Stan the Man, good friends with Alonzo. And I know this makes Stan feels a little funny. So what happened with Alonzo Mourning? Alonzo Mourning goes and endorse Debbie Wasserman Schultz. I didn't see it. And look, this is a contact sport. If you're endorsing her, that means you denounce me. And I don't take that lightly. So anybody who endorse her will get it. Just like them pastors who went in the back room with her, they got it too. That's the type of person I am. I keep it a buck. So then, okay, you just brought up all the shit that you did before 2017. And we talked about me and his beef. Look at my New Times articles. I did a column for Miami New Times. Matter of fact, if you want to know how deep I'm in politics, go look at all my New Times articles. All my New Times articles, columns, were based on politics and my knowledge of politics. Everybody say, I don't know you know politics. Really? Go look up my New Times. Pull up Google Works. Pull up the articles that I wrote about Alonzo Mourning way back then. The same thing that I said right then. Hey, boss, here's how that happened. My first issue with him. Emmanuel Washington, Ben Hanks, Sr., his son Junior is at the University of Florida playing football. Emmanuel Washington, Derek Rudolph, they run Overtown Optimists. They came, called me up and said, look, this guy just built this brand new gymnasium and he won't let the kids of Overtown in. This is what they told me. I said, really? Let me get on the phone and call some people. Let me call the city manager. I'm thinking it's a city building. It was a city partnership where he got some other developer to put most of the money in it. So they basically had the right to bring in what kids and whoever they want to bring in there. It wasn't a public facility. So I wrote a column, you can go look it up, about him not allowing these kids inside the building. I then went and had a conversation with then Joe Ariola, who was the city manager of the city of Miami, and told him of the issue. And I also told Joe Ariola the issue that we had at Hadley Park, where we're on a 28-acre park. The football fields are way on the other end, damn near 27 other acres to get to it, and there's no bathrooms. Joe Ariola then told me, Luke, that is crazy. I understand football because I was a commissioner at Sunnyland. And I know how serious it is to have a concession and have bathrooms next to the field because the cheerleaders need to use the bathroom. The players, they need to be able to change. So Joe Ariola did what? Went and found $16 million for Charles Hadley Park. He built a little field house with a concession stand. And then we constructed what we have right now as the Sam Johnson Youth Center, named after my co-founder, Sam Johnson, that I fought to get. Because Nancy Dawkins thought her name should have been on there. The building was inspired to get way before anybody. I actually had a guy named Wayne Barton from the Barton Center in Boca getting ready to come and build that particular building on our site. Our building is built because it was inspired by Wayne Barton, a brother out of Boca. But Joe Ariola said, no, there will not be a person from Boca come build a building on our park. Commissioner Spence Jones was it started out Art Till, he then unalived himself, and then it became who? Spence Jones. So I had to tell her about, hey, look, Spence, this is what we got in the making. Spence then saw the thing through. Never got built. Spence ended up getting into a little whatever situation. And then Keon Hardeman, a guy who came from our program, became the commissioner. And by the time he became the commissioner, it was like Luke and me. Every commissioner, I have to tell every commissioner about this money. Because the commissioners go, the mayors go, the city managers go, and then you got, hey, here's the paperwork. We got $16 million. We need to get this built. New commissioner. And new commissioner's like, oh, okay, let me look into it. And then when new commissioner looks into it, he's like, I don't know what 10 million going in. We got but 6 million. What? They took 10? But I'm gonna go find 2 more million, and I'm gonna put the 2 more million in here, and we'll get this done. Mind you, over here at Alonzo Mourning, I got 24 million through Joe Ariola. Find him. Ask him. Because Joe, he's not letting them in the building. Oh, fuck it. You know, Joe is one of them. Joe one of them Cubans I love. Oh, fuck that shit. Oh, fuck that. Joe one of them Cubans like this. He goes, oh, fuck that. He did what? Okay, we'll get the motherfucker. We'll give me. That's Joe. Joe, one of them, he gonna get it done. So we get 24 million to rebuild Gibson Park, redo the pools, redo the field, build a whole gymnasium with a school, with a facility, not school, but a youth center and all that. What you see over there right now, Ben Hanks is over there. Go ask him if what Luke is saying is true or not. So I had to go and do that then. That was number one. So they got all up in arms. I did the article. Bill Diggs called me up. Luke, man, I know you, Luke. I work with the OYC and all this here, man. Come on, man. We need to talk about this. Hey, Bill, what we talking about? Go ask Bill. We had that conversation back then. Here's the next one. Oh, I ain't put no video on about the next one. Alonzo Mourning. Look it up. I did columns on this. Here's the next one. What was Trump's first housing director name? What was Trump's first housing director name? Dr. Ben Carson. He was in control of HUD. So why is Alonzo Mourning and Republican Ben Carson walking around the Pork and Bean, the Liberty Square housing projects, which they gave to a development group? Later on, I found out that he wanted to build a Alonzo Mourning High School and Liberty Square housing projects. Y'all didn't know that. That was my next one. I said, oh, hell no. Who did I get on the phone with? The alumni president, who's still living, Larry Williams. Larry, this man getting ready to try to build a damn high school in Liberty Square housing projects. Oh, hell no. Over my dead body. Larry gets on the phone, call down to the school district. Oh, no, y'all ain't finna get that done. Oh, whoa. Slow down. I go deep into the dude. But dude, you're not from here. Dude, you partner with all these developers. So then I look at what you doing with Debbie. You don't do nothing in Broward. You don't come across the Miami line. You're from Virginia. You just barely holding on in Miami. What you doing with Debbie? What did Debbie promise you? So I'm putting two and two together. Liberty Square Housing Projects, facility over there. You get the money from the Children's Trust and all these governmental entities. Their directors make 6 figures. That's fine. I ain't got a problem with that. But the Liberty Square Housing, you get ready to do some development stuff in Broward County? You get ready to be the face of something? Is that what we get ready to do? Over my dead body. So I'm getting ready to sit up here and allow that to happen in my race? What's you cutting a deal with the colonizer to then stand up there talking, oh, he endorses me. What? You're a low-key developer, in my opinion. So why would you got to deal with her? Oh, you're going to walk up in there, black face, and you're going to come up in there with all your developers behind you, knowing that you ain't finna develop a motherfucking thing, but you finna put your face on something. Oh, yeah, we're coming in to do the same thing we did in gentrifying Miami, and we're going to do some things here in Broward County with the colonizer here, and all the business is going to go to Julio Raimundo and all the rest of the people and all that shit. And that's the Torres. And yes, I am the big soul. I am going. I ain't finna go to Luke and ask him about that. I'm not gonna go ask any other candidates about that. I'm gonna go partner up with the white lady. And how did the white lady find out about this? Because the white lady didn't do her research. Say, I need a big black name. I need a big black name because this Luther Campbell has so many celebrities that are supporting him, and I just need a name. I need somebody to have a name, but you got the wrong one, bitch. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said. Can I rewind this and take it? So you got this guy who, in my opinion, known to work with developers. Why? Because, like I said, nobody disputed my plan. Nobody, not one of them. Not one of them, because you know what? I looked into the budget and I found out how much money is allocated for Congressional District 20. And I put it in my budget. Not one of these people say, oh, Luther can't get that money there. Nowhere in the world. Nowhere. Where is he going to get the money from? What budget is he going to get the money from? How is he going to get $5 million for expanding the port? There's no $5 billion to expand the port. He can't do that. You see anybody question that? He can't get $1 billion for affordable housing. You see anybody question that? They right there. $1 billion for affordable housing in Congressional District 20. Oh. That's the catch. Come on, y'all know 2 and 2 is 4. Y'all know 2 and 2 is 4. But everybody knows. So that's what you're doing. There's $1 billion at stake. There's I looked at the budget. That's why I'm the only candidate in this race talking about the money. That's why I'm telling these people in Broward County, boy, they're gonna take that money. If you don't elect me, I'm going to bring the money back to the district and make sure all the people in the district get the good high-paying jobs and make sure all the people in the affordable houses that we build allow them to get back in those houses. Because you got to displace the people. It's like Miami. They moved the people from the Pokemon Project, Liberty Square Housing Project. They moved down to Homestead. And what did they do? Say, we're going to build these projects up and for you all to be able to come back in here. When it's time to come back, oh, we have a list of things that we need to get from you. We need to have your 5 years of income tax. We need to have 5 years of references. We need to have all this shit that you need to have in order for you to be able to qualify. You go walk up in there thinking that you're getting ready to go back in the unit, in the address that you lived in, and they tell you no. That's gentrification. Then you ride by one day. Now, mind you, they done move you to some damn concentration camp way in the bushes where everybody killing each other when they don't put it on the news. Where they move those people at, and they have crime, they don't put that shit on the news. Go look up the highest crime rate in the state of Florida. And tell me, does it show on the news? Tell me, does those cities get put on the news? Because that is where, when they gentrify neighborhoods, when they take over governmental property and say that they're going to rebuild this property for those people to move in, they then take those people and move them people to those places, what I call concentration camps. And when it's time for those people to come apply to get back into those apartments that they sold them the big dream that they were building these things over and allowed them to then move out of those places, and because the commissioner came, now they're no longer residents of the area, so they can't vote the commissioner out. Nobody questioned my plan. $1 billion in affordable housing. So Mr. Let me go jump on this Debbie bandwagon. Debbie got $30 million in cash money, and she got another $15 million in PAC money. She gonna win this shit, and she gonna put me down with the affordable housing. $1 billion worth of affordable housing. Me and my developers are gonna come up in Broward County, and we're gonna hijack this shit. I'm just saying. I'm just the messenger. Why do you think I'm running? My plan called, I'm the one who called the numbers out. $1 billion for affordable housing. $250 million for seniors and senior relief. Subsidies to bail out my seniors in my district for insurance. If we could bail out the auto industry, we could bail out the airline industry, we're in a crisis. So I'm calling it a federal crisis. I'm going to get $250 million to help my seniors pay the high cost of insurance, homeowners insurance. I could do that. Hey, Debbie proposed a few $1 million to build a ICE detention center in Weston. Look it up. The lady who wants the Haitians and all of the immigrants who are facing deportation was proposed to build a facility to put them in her former district, Weston. And that's who y'all want to vote for? That's who y'all want me to shake her hand? That's who y'all want me to be cordial with? That's who they want to question why I'm calling the colonizer? $250 million for my another job program. So everything is about jobs. $5 billion to expand the port. Port ain't been expanded in 30 years, 60. If I expand the port, we get the good jobs to expand it. You expand it, there are more jobs. Who's most of the longshoremen? Black people. Those are six-figure jobs. So now I just created more high-paying jobs by building and expanding the port. And you know how long that takes. And when they do expand it, how many more high-paying jobs that we will get as a community. So that's $1 billion for affordable housing. Just me. Built by us for us. That's my plan. They ain't talk about this shit. Because half of them don't have a vision, half of them don't do the research, because majority of them want to just get in there and do insider trading or get paid off, because those developers and those special interest groups know that there's a lot of money. So Luther is over there saying, I got $1 billion. Damn right, it's $1 billion. You don't think the people trying to get to that $1 billion? So billion, we have a shortfall of 140,000 workforce, affordable houses in the state of Florida. The money is already allocated for my district. It's $1 billion with a B. So just imagine if you are the developer who comes in and get that contract, how much money you're making. You get to redo the whole county, the whole district, $100. So that's why people standing with her to get the bag, but they don't normally get the bag. And see, in the infrastructure bill, and see, my plan is, anybody gonna have no towers around their neck. No, it's gonna be us building back our own community. I'm going to go and find all of the developers, all the contractors who are from Congressional District 20. I'll go on a mad search around the country to look for people who left here because they didn't have any opportunity, and they are contractors, developers, whatever the hell it is, and come back. You're going to get this $1 billion. That's what my plan calls for. Because I know what they do. They don't let us build the shit, and they don't let us live in it. That be their plan. So I got $250 million for my seniors, like I just told you. Bail them out, high cost of insurance. I got another $150 million for my apprentice trade and tech program for the kids. All the kids ain't going to college. That money is there. One thing Joe Biden did with that infrastructure bill, he put trillions of dollars in it. But who access it? You have to have vision and the want. That's more jobs. Now the kids got jobs who don't want to go to college. They got tech jobs. And they're getting paid while they're learning this shit. Another $100 million for small businesses. So you got small businesses thriving, you want to upgrade your business, you want to add some bells and whistles in there, yeah, I get the money. You come apply. I'm looking for you. Hey, come on, apply. Get this money. You want to start your own business? Get this money. Now you have high-paying jobs. You have small businesses thriving. You have a community that's being built up and dealing with the issues of the high cost of living, because the gas price ain't going nowhere, food prices ain't going nowhere, but we're making more money. Because right now, all these things, cost of living is going up, and you're making the same amount of money, and then there's no less opportunities. What are we talking about? Do that make sense? That don't make sense. 2 + 2 = 4. You need more jobs, Luke. You need more jobs. Okay. So I got another $250 million for my entertainment tax and a 50% tax credit. Why you got a 50% tax credit, Luke? And $250 million. 50% tax credit. What makes Atlanta great? Why all the studios, why everything getting shot there? You see a little peach come on the end of the movie. You're like, what the peach is? That's a Georgia peach. That means that movie been shot in Georgia. Why? Because Georgia gives a tax credit. Florida does not give a tax credit. And so therefore, the jobs go to Georgia. The jobs go to Jersey now, has tax credit. The jobs go to Toronto, Canada, who has a tax credit. The job goes to LA, who has a tax credit. All these places have tax credits. That's why they get the business. So we at one time had a tax credit. It was Luther, we had a tax credit one time before we got rid of it because it didn't benefit us. No, because it was all done wrong. They gave a tax credit and allowed people to come in from all over the country, do work here, and then take the money and leave. My tax credit is similar to Georgia. In order for you to benefit off the tax credit, you have to hire people from my district. So my congressional district, the more tax credit you receive is based on the amount of people you hire in my district. So you're going to put your studios here. You're going to shoot your movies here. They're going to be based out of my district. Now, you can shoot anywhere in the state of Florida, but they're going to be based out of my district. And we're going to give you a federal tax credit, 50%. So that means if the production is, let's say the production is $10 million, $100 million, and you get a tax credit, 50% of that as a tax credit, what did that just take your budget? How much money just got added into the budget for your production? And that's because of how many people that you hire from my district. Now I got $250 million to build facilities. We got land. We got property. We got a whole incinerator. There's 128 acres in Broward County right now, in my district, that is sitting there. It's been sitting there. It was a dump. You can't even jump in the lake. It's a toxic lake. The kids die in there. I have that in my district. If they could clean up toxic waste Jersey, which is how you get it cleaned up, you call the Army Corps engineers. You say, we need to drag this. We need to clean this up. We need to take it from being toxic waste and make it a living situation. So who's the federal congressman? Can call the Army Corps of Federal Engineers? Me. Clean this shit up. We need to build a village of workforce houses. We need to build movie studios and production studios here. This is going to create so many jobs, so many houses. Are you freaking serious? How much money is my district making now? Then I'm a partner with blockchain. You see, this is the same guy who broke down 28-acre park and rebuilt it to a state-of-the-art park. This is the same guy who broke down Gibson Park and turned it to a state-of-the-art park. This is the same guy who took a broke down high school with a dust bowl and made it a stadium and put $3.5 million in it. This is the same guy who went to the school district and say no kid in no school in Miami-Dade County should be suffering because they are only getting $25,000 to school, and that is the budget for the entire budget of all of their sports. That should not be. So I go and partner up with who? Adidas, person who sponsored me, and say, let's do a deal with the school district that'll benefit you and these kids. So I went and cut a $50 million deal. I spearheaded it with Darryl Hosendorf. Go ask him. He came to me, he said, look, I got an apparel deal with Miami-Dade County school system, and I don't know nobody in the apparel business. I don't know no Nike. I don't know no Adidas. I don't know nobody. So what did I do? The first person I called, because I am about this, the first person I called was Shaq. Go ask him. Shaq runs Reebok. I say, Shaq, let's do a deal, man. You're going to get the whole school, third largest school district in America, man. Let's do a deal where you'll be able to make some money and the schools will be able to make some money because the parents buy the numbers off the jersey and the parents buy their school and the kids will buy their uniforms and all the stuff and everything. And You know, school, you'll give X amount of product for free, X amount of product here, but then at the end of the day, the fans are going to be playing a role in. You're going to put this stuff in Dick's Sporting Goods and all this, and you can make a lot of money. That's the deal I spearheaded. I'm getting ready to do one in Broward. Do you know how many deals I got sitting on the table? And I didn't take no special insurance money because I want everything to be kosher. Is that on the resume of anybody? Does anybody have that on their resume I'm running against? The experienced people? The experienced people have that on their resume of how many kids I got in the NFL or in college in general? I was looking at one of my kids today. Torian Bean hit me up and he said, Luke, he listened. He said, Luke, he listened. Where's he at? Where's Torian Bean, my good friend? Torian Bean, send me this. This is a kid. His name is Elijah McCantos. Played for me at Miami Edison Senior High. He's over at Colorado State. Defensive back. Came back, did a big book bag giveaway at his high school, Miami Edison. And Bean, that just ignited him because he coached with me at the time. Say he listened. Yes. Because there are a lot of them that don't. They listen to these sidebar coaches who don't have any influence on nothing. They just want to do things on their own. But that's a whole other story there. But people, the lives that we've touched through sports, through entertainment, and we ain't gonna start talking about the entertainment part of it. Business. You think it's crazy. I'm not even gonna get into the entertainment because we'll be here all night. We had to talk about Trick Daddy, H-Town, 2 Live Crew. All these people came here, they didn't have no deal. They weren't selling no bunch of records. They know them some they weren't selling nothing. We did the same thing they were doing in this race right here. That's what it's okay. You need all these millions of dollars to run a record company. You need to be like Sony and all them. How you gonna do this and you don't have millions of dollars? How you gonna win a race against Debbie Wasserman Schultz and all these other career politicians where you don't have millions of dollars? And CBS and Jim DeFeedy and everybody, the Channel 10 and the damn Sun Sentinel and the Miami Herald is Luther, how much money do you have? What are you running off of? This little bit of money is not going to get it. And I'm sitting up here laughing. Y'all know who y'all talking to? Same thing they told me when I started my record company. You can't start a record company with no money. I did that in the trunk of my car. I did that in the trunk of my car. No money. And built an empire. Don't let people tell you what you can't do. Don't let people tell you what you can't do, that you need all this money. No, it's called sweat equity. It's called using common sense. That's why I love it. I love this. All of them sitting here worried about me in this congressional race. Because you know what? I have name recognition and I have work ethics. And people know, people grew up with me. And they know the work I put in for these kids, for community. And now here I'm over here living in Broward County for 15 years, asking for the vote of the people of Broward County to be your representative in Congress. And we know Congress controls the money. What I'm going to do in this district will not have ever been done anywhere in America. Nowhere in America. How you gonna do with Donald Trump? I'm gonna have a conversation with Trump. The money is already allocated for my district, so I really don't have to be dealing with him. How you gonna deal with TPS? Well, Marco Rubio is my good friend. We can have a real conversation. I took kids on a college tour for 18 years, almost 18 years. Only year I didn't take kids on the college tour to get them out of the community so that they can see what college life is like, to broaden their horizons, similar to what happened with me and my family. And my mom sent me to DC, and I saw all these black people doing all kind of good shit. I was like, oh shit, you can send me back home. I get it. And that's what I did with my kids. For 18 years, I took kids. Mari Cooper, Devontae Freeman, Carlton Davis, Artie Burns, you name it. I can sit there and talk about all the kids that I took on the college tour to broaden their horizon, to come back, and then you didn't have to worry about them doing their schoolwork or working hard because they saw where they wanted to be at. And a lot of them became multimillionaires. A lot of them are successful husbands because they were able to go and get a college degree. Anybody in this race did that? Any one of these career politician, experienced people have did that, have single-handedly got in a van and drove across the country in Tennessee and Georgia and Atlanta and all these places and took these kids to these colleges and sit up there in the hot sun in the summertime and talk to these coaches and be like, yo, he has this and he has that. He has the ability to do this and do that. Anybody in this race did that? Sweat equity. That's putting in the work. Just imagine what I'm going to do over here in Broward County. I'm extending myself. Call me crazy because I'm a creator. And creators, what we do is we have a tendency of creating a lot of things. And 99.1% of the time, if you're a good creator, you create some things, and those things will become great, like everything else I've done. And those are the things I want to do over in this congressional district. So God allows the people to get up and go and vote, which you need to. And if he says, Luke, this ain't the time, I'll be all right. But I won't be sitting here saying that I did not try. That's my biggest fear. That I did not try to help the people of Congressional District 20. And that is what it's all about. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by the great Streeter. Long time no see. How you feeling?
What's up, bro? It's a late night, man.
You come on. Let me tell you, people I be doing like, I mean, what else on here? Hour and 30 minutes. Now, mind you, I've been on here hour and 30 minutes. And he just got on here. He does it all the time. When I'm getting ready to get off, here comes Streeter. Here comes Streeter, Cottontail, running down the bunny trail.
This child's play for you, man. Again. I'm sure you done did 2-hour sets on the stage, sweating, running back and forth. No. This is child's play for you, man. It's child's play.
No, Streeter. No. It's time for me to go. It's time for me to go.
It's child's play for you, man.
Yeah, listen, man. I learned how to work this shit in now. And another joke.
Sound effects.
I know how to work the sound effects. Oh God! Oh God!
Them sound effects been sitting there. You just figured them out.
Been sitting there forever, and they say use me.
Oh man!
Streeter,
what's going on, man?
I've been here waiting for you, and I've been talking to the people about my race and everything like that, and I was waiting for you to come in because I wanted to hear some University of Miami football, and you did a post about me, which I really appreciate, and NIL, and how these folks, if they don't vote for me or get involved, that they'll They gonna wake up one morning, they gonna be getting $25,000, and everybody be like, "Oh, y'all fucked around and found out."
I talked to one of them today, a 4-star mom today. I was like, "Hey, you been following these politics?" She's like, "Nah, not really." I say, "Listen, these people trying to push it. They're trying to get it going. They're trying to put a cap on this stuff, man. And it's like nobody's paying attention. As fast as it changed one way, it could change back to something else."
Why they don't understand that, I don't know. But I guess that's us always sleep at the wheel.
Yeah, it's a game we don't. It's a game we don't play. I mean, it's a game we don't play. It's like we walk around with blinders when it comes on to that. And I mean, you see, you fighting to get in, right? Like it's a stage, it's a platform that I mean, we don't frequent. I mean, we have black people that are politicians, but then it's almost like once they become that, they're disconnect from the community. They disconnect from, and like you say, civics isn't taught in school anymore. I don't think so. I was taught civics and I still didn't understand, goddamn. So I don't think it mattered, Luke. I learned more. I learned more here helping you out, man, than I've learned. I learned in college and in goddamn school.
Let me tell you, it is so amazing how a lot of people don't understand the political process. It's really amazing. It's really amazing because even when I go talk to people in my district about, things I could do, and then I ask them, what are some of your concerns? And then they go to talk to me about things these are the things that the state, this is a state issue, this is a local issue, this is a city, this is a county issue. But like the other day, the guy was asking me, I put on my social media the white guy. He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna vote for you." And then he started asking me about my feelings on the property tax. And I'm like, that's a state thing. It's not a federal thing. Oh, but you have to have some feelings about it. I'm like, as a homeowner, yes. I mean, it's I'm entrenched into federal rules and regulations and a race. And at the end of the day, hey, look, give me a minute to go up in there and do the research, because initially you think, okay, no, if I don't pay property tax, then that don't mean I'm not gonna be paying it. That means the city and the county gonna be hitting me with higher tax because they're not getting money from the state.
Right.
Or is that true? Or is there laws that they can't do it? So people have to understand that, there's this, you just can't run around answering every question. If it's a federal question, 80% of the time I have to answer on a federal question because I'm abreast of, rules and regulation federally, but I ain't gonna sit up here and say I know everything, even on that end of it all. That's why you build a team around you of good people, real educated people, based on what your platform is, in order to be able to implement it.
Yeah. I and it's been going on for so long, Luke. I remember you years ago, before me and you even became kind of cool, talking about redlining and what was happening in Liberty City and down there. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't completely understand it, but I remember you saying, "Hey, listen, these people finna change the lines, this district, the school, your kid." And I just remember riding by Northwestern one day, and that gas station that always sat on the corner, I remember seeing some Hispanics and boats, and they were getting ready to go fishing, and it was a scene that I had never seen before. Not right on 79th Street and 17th. You know what I'm saying? I had never seen that in that area before. And then I just remember you speaking on how they're changing everything. And it hit me that, so that's how it happens. Housing communities get changed, people get shipped to Homestead, new people come in. Now your neighborhood look different. Y'all was playing football, now y'all playing soccer.
Yep. And that is how, that is how, and it seems like it changes overnight. You go to walking around, and you go to looking down the street, and you see you grew up in a community where no way in the world a white person walked down your street, to the point of now you're right now today you see people walking down the street and they don't give a shit. They just they were walking their baby and all that. Like the era that you came up in, there's no way in the world they would even get halfway down the street without something bad happening, and they wouldn't even be over there because they know something bad would be happening. But
Right.
everybody is doing them.
Yeah. I mean, Luke. No, I did make the post for you, man, and I hope it resonated with people, man. I may do one more because this NIL thing, man, is it took off pretty fast, and I think the problem is we don't know the value of these kids, and it keeps going up every year, right? The value, and we're trying to figure out what is the baseline, like what is somebody willing to play for a quarterback coming out of high school, right? And I listen to Nick Saban talk, and it's their fear, not like they don't have the money, right? Like it's their fear that there's no rules, there's no salary cap, so nobody knows what Michigan will pay for the next quarterback, what Texas will pay for the next quarterback. But if somebody's willing, your value is what somebody's willing to pay, right, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So if somebody's willing to pay it, that's your value. Now, why they trying to alter that is beyond me. Right. Nobody talks about running out of money when these coaches get fired and now they getting these buyouts and they walking away with $50 million and you paying them for the next 5 years. Nobody talk about run out of money then.
No.
But, yeah, but as soon as NIL hit, now they running right to Congress trying to say, hey, this got to change or football's going to get. All of a sudden, football going in?
But let me tell you want to hear something, Streeter?
Talk to me.
80% of your coaches in D1 football probably made the same amount of money as the professor
90%?
in the school. See, what a lot of people don't realize is this. The school pays a certain amount of money, and you can do a public record request if it's a public school, a state school. They'll pay $200,000, but then the coach will have a salary of $100 million. That's not coming from the school. You do know that. Most of the schools, that money is not coming from most of the schools. That is why the governors control the board. Who gets on the board are the billionaires, and the billionaires get on the board, and the billionaires pay the salary of the coach. And then the governors tell the billionaires, hey, look, fire this guy, hire this guy. That's why Florida State is in the situation right now because they have a lame duck governor. He's on his way out. As soon as the new governor comes in, that's when you'll get a new coach at Florida State. Because he'll then take and put another board of governors to run Florida State, and they'll fire the athletic director, fire the president, and they'll bring in a new coach and a new athletic director, and a new set of fresh money will come in.
The boosters pay the money, right?
Yeah.
What is their what is their return on their money? There is no return on their money, right? Just something they like
just
doing.
want to. Hey, they just want to, just like you. You want Norland to be great, and you'll do whatever it is to get Norland to be great. And so if you had $10 million just hanging around that you could make a donation and charge it off, write it off as taxes, you'll then make the donation to your Miami Norland High School. They want their school to be great.
And it's been going on for years.
It's been going on for years. But then again, you got a lot of boosters who put money into the program because they like betting on their team. And that's when they get livid when they lose a bet. Because they done betted on the team and they are all hot and saucy and mad as hell that their team lost because they put this money in the pot to get this top of the line quarterback and now we can't win. Oh, fire the coach. Those are the schools who are ran by the boosters who doing a lot of betting. That's when they fire the coach all the time. Look at Miami. Miami has did something. Miami screwed up all the plans of the SEC and the SEC and the Big Ten. Miami screwed up their entire game plan. Mario Cristobal and the University of Miami screwed them people up.
How?
They just blew NIL out the water. They blew everything. They tore up they're trying to catch up because they never thought in their wildest dream that there would be a team in the ACC that's capable of competing and being one of the two teams at the end. They looked at it as Big Ten versus SEC National Championship invitation. And so when Miami is doing what they're doing out of ACC, they don't have a big TV contract. They don't have big stadiums, 100,000 people screaming and hollering. They ain't getting big money at the box office. They ain't getting big money on the TV. So they look at the ACC as chopped liver. Oh, we ain't got to worry about them. We're going to continue moving our model towards it being a two-conference situation. And that's why I tell people, even about politics, to go back to that. Politics is based on what happens now will affect you in 10 years. And so you elect the wrong people now, in 10 years, like I told a lady yesterday, I said, these kids right here, how old are you? 15. How old are you? 13. How old are you? 11. So in 10 years, this kid gonna be 21, this other one gonna be 25, this other one gonna be 23. What world are you gonna leave for them? These are the things that will be addressed right now. And it's the same thing in sports.
Right.
You saw them moving toward a two-conference situation. Florida State saw it. That's why they were trying to get their ass in the SEC. And Miami was like, oh, chill. They will make it, even the ACC saw it. The ACC was getting ready to be Ivy League University conference. Ivy League conference. They went and got Cal, Ivy League, SMU now. They went and got Stanford, Cal, brought them in here with Miami, Duke, and all these other fucking high-end educated schools. Come on, man. That's where this was going. And then comes in SMU like, oh shit, you ain't got to pay us. We see this where it's going. We want to be in here. We'll come in for free. Y'all know how to give us no money. Okay, come on. That's what you got. That's how this shit was getting ready to go. It was playing out to be, okay, this is where all the elites are going to play. Where all y'all going to go at over here. All you private school people, all you elite motherfuckers, all you brainiacs, all you smart people, y'all going to go over here and play in y'all little situation over here. And we're going to go over here and create real football, the AFC and the NFC with Big Ten and SEC.
And then Miami started kicking, and Miami started whooping on them.
Miami started spending money and taking the best players, and they put a monkey wrench in the game. That's why people used to be sitting there telling me, oh, Miami don't have the facilities that Georgia have. Miami don't have the facilities that Alabama or Clemson or Ohio State or LSU. I was like, duh, do you know what Miami facilities is better than all of them? They was like, are you crazy, Luke? What are you talking about? I'm saying, tell me who got beaches. Tell me who got South Beach.
They
Tell
faking
me
it.
who got Los Olas.
They
Tell me
faking
what school has all this shit that we have. Tell me who got the Heat games. Tell me who got the Dolphins game. Tell me who got all the beautiful women. You talking about? You gonna compare Miami with Athens? Really?
They
That's Duluth. I say no. Miami, the Miami, fucking facilities is South Florida. The facilities is Los Olas. The facilities is Brickell. The facilities is South Beach. The facilities is all this we got to offer, which not one of these other schools, the Tootsies and Booby Trap on the River and 11 and Live on Sunday. You think these motherfuckers going to the moon?
Yeah.
That's what people never got that. I say our facilities extend outside of the actual facilities. That's what makes us better than them. So you add that shit on with some money and you sitting up there living on Brickell in some big ass townhouse with the ceilings all the way up there, all the way up to the sky. You looking at the ocean and big ass ships and all that. And you go out there, they don't give a damn about 10,000 people showing up in a stadium that hold 50,000 people. Them motherfuckers, they worry about going home where they spend most of their time. In some luxury condominium that their mama and the uncle and everybody want to come down. Oh, we're going to go to Miami. Baby, you can play. But shit, we're going to go see the game, but then we're going to take us a day trip to the Bahamas. Really? You're going to get that in Athens? You're going to get that in Baton Rouge? And that's what that's what I was saying to these people, like, y'all serious? Facilities? Miami don't need a fucking facility. That is our facilities.
They built the playground outside of McDonald's. That's what they did. They was McDonald's, right? And then they built the playground, right? For the kids to be like, oh, I want to play in the playground. Then your mama come in to buy a hamburger. And they put us into an argument and made it just like the stadium. And they made it feel like they had one up, right? But what they were trying to do was give the kids something else to do because in their city there was nothing to do. And Miami never had to fake that. Miami never had to fake that. Miami now because the kids have money, now Athens and College State, these towns are too small to hold a kid that's getting $40,000 a month.
And let me tell you this here. A kid, think about it. A kid riding around in a Mercedes coupe in Athens or Tallahassee or where LSU is. Ain't he sticking out like a sore thumb?
Like a sore thumb.
He riding around, and so the likelihood of him getting in some sort of trouble, whether it's with the girls or whether it's with the law enforcement or some jealous natives of the town, he just pulling up looking like that. The haters, you know he a football player. The likelihood of him being successful and continuously having a drive to be great there versus Miami, bro, you pull up with your Hellcat at Smith and Lewinsky, shit, some Bentleys and all that. Ain't nobody worried about what you got going on. So the likelihood of you succeeding here in Miami is better than it is there. You the big man on campus. You're the big man the whole time. You just pulled up in a motherfucking Mercedes or $100,000 car. Everybody looking at you like, oh, and all you doing is pulling up to what? Waffle House?
Arby's? Hardee's?
Arby's?
Hardee's?
You go post up? You posting up at Arby's? Chick-fil-A? Oh, there go Bobby Boucher. Bobby Boucher pulling up the Chick-fil-A. Really? And then your mama and daddy coming to the game and they come in this ragged ass town, sitting up in there in that ragged ass hotel room. Meanwhile, your homeboy down there FaceTiming you from the condo, hey, on Brickell with the yachts and all that, the girls in the yachts. Hey, we on the yacht this weekend, boss. We over here on the South Beach. And you sitting up in there in a one street town. What they call it? F Street or M Street or L? What you in a town where your homeboy, you depressed with that little money you got. You got to really be focused on how I'm here to play football. That's what happened. I told Mike Norvell that. I said, you know what happened to your team? He said, we look great on paper. We're practicing great. But when the game comes, I said, motherfuckers don't want to play the game. They want to go home. They use you as a workout coach. You're literally a workout coach.
What you mean?
You're getting guys ready for the league. They ain't trying to play that on the weekend. If your game, only way you can get your players to play if you put your games all on Thursday night. Because on the weekend, they're trying to get in the club. They're trying to get to their car, and they got a bag full of money to get to the moon, or whatever the name of that shit, G5 or Act 5 or whatever the other club is they got in Tallahassee. That's where they're trying to go. They ain't trying to play no football. They're trying to get in their ride, and they trying to get back on that airplane just so fast so they can go and get all them girls from FAMU, boss. What are we talking? That's the difference. You sitting up at how many players got screwed up in Athens, Georgia? They got the big car riding around the Hellcat, zoom, zoom, zoom. Everybody know them. They got all this money in a town where shit. College town.
I don't know. They tricked us even with the stadiums. Like they got these big stadiums, but most people don't realize that those stadiums are like trash pile stadium on steroids. They're not state of the art stadium like the Hard Rock. You can't do half the stuff you could do in the Hard Rock at those stadiums.
Bro, those stadiums, think about what you're talking about. You're playing football at a stadium in Athens, Georgia, or Gainesville, Florida, or Tallahassee, Florida. What the fuck do they have to do in Gainesville, Athens, Tallahassee? They have absolutely nothing. That's their Miami Dolphins. That's their Miami Heat. That's their Marlins. That's everything. The people coming from all the country towns and everything. That's all they got to do.
That's it.
They ain't got no. You lose 2 games around here. Man, we got better things to do. We go to our sports bars. Our sports bars in these little raggedy towns is a 5-star. Let me tell you, when I was recruiting for Miami back in the days, I would tell the kids, I said, look, who the schools you like? I say, you see all this shit right here? I said, I want you to go back to that school and go visit about 2 or 3 more times. I guarantee you'll start seeing the same shit over and over. Because it's only one street, bro. It looks big when you go there for the first time. Oh, shit. But it's really one street. And by the time you think about if you want to stay there for 4 years or stay here for 4 years. I could take you places where you ain't never going to know where you was at. And you're going to be like, this is better than that. You can go to Coconut Grove. You can go down there to the Brickell. Then you go South Beach. Then you go to Las Olas. Then you go to shit. You can go to, man, you can go on, ride on. You want to get away? You can go down there in Boca.
Yeah.
You keep on going. You can get lost around here. These little raggedy towns, bro.
They tricked us, bro. Like having a stadium on campus, like that's who gives a fuck? Who cares about that? Like they tricked us into an argument only because we were the minority, right? And they tricked us into an argument and made us feel like we needed what they had, when there was no way they could build what we had.
I knew it all the time. People would say, I always said, and I told this to Mario Cristobal when they were recruiting him from Oregon. I say, we're a pretty ass house with some good ass furniture that's just waiting to get the right person to cut the lights on, because we don't have a lack of talent around here. And don't worry about no damn facilities. Our facilities are better than anybody's facilities in the world. I've always said that, Shrita.
Yeah.
I've always said, I'm like, this shit too easy. You ain't never had, since you been following Miami football. I'm much older than you. I saw us bad. I saw us horrible. Right? I saw us at the worst with no signs of no relief nowhere in sight. Y'all ain't your generation ain't get to see that. Your generation saw us with good teams, with bad coaches. We always had players. We always sent guys to the league.
Yeah,
It was
my
always,
brothers
it's
go back.
always
My
that
brothers
way.
go.
And now you add the money into it.
Yeah.
You had the money that we could we outspend everybody. Oh, this shit too easy. Them people wish they wish they'd have moved to their 2-conference situation way back then. Now they can't do it.
Nope.
Now they're gonna have to get Miami and bring Miami aboard. They're gonna have to then say, hey, look here, man, which conference y'all want? We're sitting there in a catbird seat right here. If that's what y'all want to do, only place we can go is the SEC. Because we'll be crazy if we go messing around in some Big Ten playing in Antarctics in November.
I think they end up in the Big Ten, Luke.
That'd be stupid.
I think so. I don't know if the SEC want us.
They'll have to take us. Big Ten would be ludicrous because we're a hot weather team playing in cold weather. Yeah, granted, they got to come down here too, but you don't want to go out. You got to build your team totally different. You got to build your team totally different to be dealing with that cold weather.
That's why I think we end up at. I don't know if the SEC. I mean, we threw among them Southern boys was running college football for a long time.
And we're liberal, and those are traditionally redneck towns. We're a liberal school. We've always been a liberal school. Our coach might not be liberal, but we are a liberal school in a liberal town, and so we don't fit the mold of an SEC school. We don't. We really don't.
Of an SEC school? Nah.
No, but at the end of the day, business is business. Yesterday's price ain't today's price. And I would tell you one thing: Florida ain't doing nothing. You ain't got too many teams in the South doing anything. Well, all of them in the South, but in Florida. And you keep beating on Georgia. Hey man, they got us over here with all the Ivy League schools. We sitting over here with all the high-end Ivy League, Georgia Tech. You know the academic standards getting to Georgia Tech, Notre Dame,
Duke,
Miami, Cal, Stanford. What the hell? People don't. Listen, man. I be sitting there watching this movie. I'm like, okay, now y'all went and got all this money. Now Miami, what y'all doing? What the hell y'all doing?
right?
Y'all got this money. Y'all paying all these players. Y'all ain't supposed to be doing this. And now we are literally back in the Big East. This is really the Big East all over again.
Why you say that? What do you mean?
You remember the Big East wasn't a part of
I know.
none of the big power conference, and we just dragging everybody in the Big East. It was us and Virginia Tech, and then we go to the national championship. They say, "Oh no, they ain't play nobody. Look at this here. How did they get in here?" We get ranked high, and before you know it, now we done played a couple games, and now we're in the national championship because we didn't play anybody. That's what they would say about the Big East.
Same situation. No, I get what you're saying. Right.
Same situation. Same situation. Now Mario Cristobal went and got this money here.
He got to do it though, Luke. He got to do it. He got to do it. He has to show us that he's not the coach that'll drop 1 or 2 games. Last year they ran to the national championship. I was there for all of them. It was great. It was a hell of a run. But it's almost like you went on went to a national tournament and started kicking people behind. But when you come back to your local league, like you haven't like you still gotta put down. You still haven't put down on them. Like we gotta go to Clemson and win. Like I don't know when the last time we went to Clemson and win. I'm sure Dabo is telling his kids, "Hey, listen, man, them people don't win here. they ain't won here since James Brown was goddamn performing. Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm so that has to be cleaned up, Luke. Like he got to run through the ACC undefeated and win the ACC championship. He got to let these people know that we run the ACC like Clemson did when we couldn't touch Clemson. They dominated the ACC.
They got a question for you in the chat.
What's up? What it say? Be honest. Dawson and his quarter. Be honest. What do y'all think about Dawson and his quarterbacks? I think Dawson got one of the best quarterbacks, maybe the best quarterback in college football as a starter. Behind him, I mean, I think it's Luke Nickel to back up. And then you got Darion and I mean, but Judd looked good in the spring. But we've been going to get quarterbacks, Luke. And I think they figured out, okay, listen, if we go get a signal caller to go with this talent, that's half the battle. They figured that out. Now, they've done it 3 years in a row. Right? They've done it 3 years in a row. And I don't know how you go backwards, right? Like so I don't know how you go backwards, because Miami for 20 years had won 10 games maybe once or twice. You figure out, you go get an experienced quarterback, you bring him here. It's been working to the tune of 10 games and then a national championship run. I don't know how you turn back. I don't know how you idle down and then say, okay, listen, we're going to start one eye guys. Maybe a three. Luke Nickel, if he starts next year, will be on his third year. Judd will be on his fourth. Are they ready to play? I mean, that's yet to be seen. But I don't know what will stop them from going to the portal. It's almost like tasting crack, Luke. Like they get a taste of it, and I don't know how you go back from that. Like, how you get off crack. and that's what getting these quarterbacks That's what getting these quarterbacks have done to the University of Miami. They became successful with the formula, and if the formula is working, like why do you fix
So you saying they like strippers in the strip club? You say it's hard to go get you a regular job when you making all this. You making $2,000-$3,000 a day, and then now you got to go get a job making $20 a day. That's hard for you, your lifestyle.
Yeah, you was coming home. We were coming home with $500 in ones every night. Now somebody telling you to wait 2 weeks to bring home $1,200, and you like, yeah, but I want to have an honest job and I want to have an honest life.
But on top of it, you're getting the best quarterbacks, because all the best quarterbacks I said that. I say these guys are gonna see Cam Ward coming to Miami, and look what happened to him. He was in the Heisman conversation. He got drafted first round, and just finna open up the floodgates. They're finna get all the quarterbacks. I think they don't have to pay that kind of money for these quarterbacks that we're paying. I think we're overpaying, not understanding the value that we have and what we have. But that's not for me. It's a good job. Just keep paying whatever you're gonna pay. You got the money, get the boys the money. But at the end of the day, Street, that becomes the question. The question becomes, if you don't win it all now, are you gonna trust some young guy? A guy who ain't got no snaps, or who ain't got no starting jobs. See, and that's why I have so much respect for Friedman at Notre Dame. And I asked him this. I was like, Friedman, you went in the portal, you got an experienced quarterback, and you went to the national championship. And then now you had recruited 2 top-of-the-line quarterbacks. One of them actually played in the national championship game.
Right.
And the guy behind him beat him out. I said, how the hell did he beat him out when this kid got in the game, he didn't flinch?
Right.
He was skipped a beat. I just knew that was going to be. I just knew when we played Notre Dame, the first game of the year, that was going to be the quarterback. He said, "No, man, this other kid beat him out." I said, "But then you didn't go back in the portal to go get another quarterback."
Right.
That's, that's like shit. And you black, you ain't got no job security, and he did it, which was amazing.
I mean, I tip my hat to him and Ohio State starting they red shirt freshmen. But Luke, both of them was wins for the University of Miami. On their way to the national championship. Julian Sayon threw a pick six that I think was the deciding factor in that game. So, Mario, who we know how Mario is, right? Like we know how he is. He wears feelings on his sleeve. For him to idle down and go to one of these 5-star freshmen that they recruited, or go to a guy that they have that they maybe think is the guy, maybe not think is the guy, I think that's going to be hard for them to do. Ohio State started their redshirt freshman, Julian Sayin, all world this, all world that. Pick six, got harassed by Bane and Mesidor. Shoulder pads over here, helmets over there. Go home, Miami advancing.
But they got a quarterback for another 2 years. Arch Manning will be a quarterback for. Well, he can leave now.
Okay.
Clemson took their bumps and bruises. Miami is like, fuck that. We got the money. We buying these quarterbacks. We winning now.
Luke, the game has changed. Luke, when the game went from
it's only Miami. The game was only changed for Miami.
It went from CDs to records. Luke, didn't you change when the game changed?
Streeter.
They ain't nothing with the records.
Hey Streeter, we are the game. Streeter, we are the game. We only playing this game. Nobody else is playing the same game we're playing. We buy the best quarterback. Everybody else is trying to develop their quarterbacks, taking ass whooping from us. And then when we start taking their quarterback, like Carson Beck, they're like, oh, you can have him. You know what I'm saying? And look at him looking like all world. Hey, you can have him. But then Duke, we took, Duke. Huh? Who's Duke? When we start taking their quarterbacks, shit gonna get real. Wasn't it a time that we almost took Austin Rivers?
Austin Simmons?
Austin Simmons, yes.
He was on the table. Yeah. Head quarterback at Missouri right now. Threw 10 touchdowns this week in practice. Yeah, he was on the table. We haven't won in the SEC and took one of their quarterbacks yet. We haven't messed with the bullies yet. But he definitely was on the table. I just think, man, it's a formula. It's legal to do. They figured it out. It's been successful. And Miami hadn't been so successful in the past few years. Hey, man, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's a saying we all know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the only reason I can see Miami going to one of these younger quarterbacks, maybe going to one of these 3-year guys wouldn't be that bad. You know what I'm saying? If Luke Nickel was ready, or Judd, who I don't think would ever play at Miami, that wouldn't be as bad. You feel me? Oh, look at the villains, man. If you're a villain, put a V in the chat. That wouldn't be as bad. But to try the true freshman out there or redshirt freshman out there, you know what I'm saying? When they've gotten so comfortable with dealing with these quarterbacks that has experience, I don't even know what to compare it to.
So you say so you basically saying if you're a high school quarterback, you shouldn't come to Miami?
It's a lot of schools using transfer quarterbacks, Luke. That's how they're getting them. Because they're telling the kids, well, listen, yeah, we've done it 3 years in a row, but where you going that don't have a transfer quarterback? And when you start looking around college football,
is there a transfer quarterback at Georgia? I'm asking.
Is there a transfer quarterback at Georgia? Gunnar Stockton is still. If Gunnar Stockton is still the quarterback, no, he's not a transfer. He been there.
Texas, no.
No.
Clemson, no. Alabama,
Alabama.
no.
Their quarterback last year was a transfer quarterback, wasn't
LSU,
he? Yes.
yes. So we got one. USC,
Yes.
who else? It's not that many transfer quarterbacks, Streeter, like it used to be.
It is. It is. Louisville beat us with one.
Where?
SMU beat us with one. Um,
Where?
dog,
Where?
it's a
Where?
lot
I'm
of
talking about the
transfer
top
quarterbacks.
schools.
Ole
I'm talking
Miss,
about the upper echelons, the Notre Dames, the Ohio States, and the people who can recruit 5-star quarterbacks. The people who can't recruit 5-star quarterbacks, yes, they gotta go. They gotta go buy somebody. They gotta get somebody. Oklahoma gotta go buy somebody. Texas don't have to buy nobody. Georgia get the pick of the litter. Bama used to get the pick of the litter. LSU get the pick of the litter.
There's only 6 of those schools, man. We talking about 100 schools, Lou.
Well, I'm just saying. You don't think we're in the upper echelon?
Yeah, and I think we figured out something for our situation. We live in South Florida. We got athletes. We can pull a Mir Sears or Nick Lanier. All we ever needed was the quarterback.
So,
Will Howard, shout out to Coach Hayes. Coach Hayes said Will Howard was a transfer. Look at Coach Hayes chiming in.
where Coach Hayes at? Coach Hayes, do you think, like Streeter, that we will be getting a quarterback out the portal every year? I want to
Yep.
know. I value Coach Hayes' opinion very high. I like his show. Make sure y'all check out Coach Hayes' show. He talks some good shit on there. Coach Hayes knows football. He
Yeah.
break it down to the lowest
He break
common
it
denominator.
down for you.
He break it down. Coach Hayes break it down for you. And you don't even need to. You could be a soccer fan, and when Coach Hayes finished with you, you'll be like, "Oh, okay, I know just what happened." Streeter, you got to understand, man.
What's up?
Where you at? What happened to you? You at?
Finna switch
Hey.
cameras, man. I'm finna put my fancy camera on, man. Trying to
I'm-
switch cameras. Man.
Hey, I've been so far deep into my campaign that I don't know what the hell is going on in football because I've been running this race, and all I see is 5-star, 5-star, 5-star. We just getting all these 5 stars. I mean, it's are we the number 1 recruited class right now?
No, Texas. We right on Texas A&M behind. Texas A&M been spending some money again. They back at it again. We're not the number 1, but we right there. We number 2.
So let me ask you, in your opinion, what happened to Alabama? Because I'm looking at these reports, and Alabama don't have nothing and nobody. And did they fall off like Florida State?
Did they? I mean, did they fall off? Alabama like ranked number 50 in recruiting, Luke.
That's what I saw. I thought I was seeing things.
I think Nick Saban left, man. I think the city was behind Nick Saban, man, and I don't know if they've brought into the board yet.
The question became them bringing in this coach from the West Coast.
But Luke, he's a good coach. Like, he went to the national championship at Washington. He could do it with second-rate Alabama players.
No, you got to recruit. See, that's the thing. There's no expectations at Washington of recruiting in the top 10 and the top 5. Mm-hmm. You're not playing SEC football. You don't have a bullseye on you. They see you coming, and everybody gonna give Alabama their best game. They're not gonna do that with Washington. Washington ain't gonna get the best game. And great Coach Hayes, they gave it to you right there, Street.
Bama has talent. They don't run the ball, and they are not recruiting Florida. He is a good coach, but bad fit. And man, if you go look at that man track record, man, that man he don't won everywhere he been, Hayes. But nah, Alabama ain't sucked in recruiting like this in a long time.
Let me say this. When I saw that, I thought it was I thought it was AI or somebody making something up.
You thought it was AI.
Bama not in the top 10 in recruiting? That should be a fireable offense. He should get fired for that. I mean, you're at Alabama. Roll Tide roll. This is going to be bad. It's not going to end.
April 22nd, 2026, DeBoer agreed to a 7-year, $87.5 million contract extension. You tell me what's going on. Why y'all talking about he ain't gonna make it? Why y'all talking about he ain't gonna make it? Hey, y'all over there talking about he might not make it. It's a bad fit. And the boy like this with the money, like the kids. He over there with the money and the camera like this with the Hey, the boy somewhere right now on a yacht like this with the money, like, man, tell Coach Hayes to his mother ass. They just read this man up, Hayes. $87.5 million. He laughing right to the bank. What does that mean, though? They believe that's their guy, right?
It's got to be a buyout. Let me tell you something. They
believe that's their guy if they read him up, right? We read up Mario because we think he's our Lord and Savior, our Savior, right?
Let me just tell you this. Let me tell you something. Here's the issue. Jimmy Sexton runs all of college football, top college football coaches, except Mario Cristobal. Right? Jimmy Sexton grooms his coaches to replace the other coaches. You don't be successful. If you're successful, I renegotiate your contract, you get more money. If you're not successful, then I bump you down to one of my lower level schools, get yourself back together again, and build yourself up. Right now, he has no coaches available. He don't have anybody available to take over Alabama right now. Think about it. What coach can go and take over Alabama? He ran out of coaches. So he's trying to prop some of these guys up to be able to take over Alabama. The man ran out of coaches. He controlled all the coaches and all the money. He can do a buyout with Alabama. He can cut a deal, buy out Alabama, move this coach somewhere else, cut a deal, get him the money, and you go over there. And he could tell that coach, go sit your ass over, park your ass over here in timeout at this other school. But he doesn't have a coach to replace this guy at Alabama. He don't have a coach to replace the one at Florida State. Because he's the search committee. So he ain't going. They got the money to buy these people out. But at the end of the day, they buy them out to do what? Look who coaching at Florida. A guy that was at what the fuck? He was at Tulane or somewhere. Look at these guys who took over these programs. That's why it amazes me to this day that Shannon Dawson can't get a job after all these successful quarterbacks in offense and going to the Natty. What's your opinion? Why he can't get a job? Is it that he don't want a job? He likes Miami. He want to stay there forever, or he's not in office.
By now, I'm sure you could have got a job, Luke. You know how this stuff works, Luke.
I'm asking you. You cover the team.
I think he's comfortable here. This is the most success he ever had.
You think so? He hasn't been interviewing.
every year they put out the scare. I mean, his legal team, his team puts out the scare of anytime a vacancy come open, he may be interested, but he ain't going nowhere. I think he's comfortable. I think he's comfortable with the situation. I think the situation has made him this is the most successful he's been in his career.
But wouldn't he? But let me when you look at what he's accomplished, right? What he's accomplished at Miami is on the same level of what Lane Kiffin accomplished when he was at Alabama.
Right?
When you compare the two and what they've done and how far they've taken their team and the players, how successful the quarterbacks were and how successful the offense was, they right neck and neck. And I'm just speaking out of my mind, but I just was thinking about it while you were talking. That damn, he got to be on the same. If you had to compare the two, him and Lane Kiffin as an offensive coordinator, or Sarkisian as an offensive coordinator, he got to be right there. So why wouldn't he be in line? Then again, if he wasn't represented by Sexton,
he gotta want it.
No, somebody got to offer it. Do you just say if they offer you all that money?
Man, you know somebody to offer him just to get him away from Miami, man.
I'm just.
And you know that
every coach wants his own team, man.
You think so?
Hell yeah, that's what you coach for.
He gotta want it, man.
He could be comfortable. He could be comfortable over there with that money. He could be sitting there like, hey, I'm comfortable.
I mean, I think the process, the system that they've created has made him successful.
Hey, send Coach Hayes the link.
Send the link. Hey, it's
I need to ask Coach Hayes some
it's 1 o'clock in the morning, Luke. Let's see if he might be in
his
the bed.
wife
He might
ain't
be in the
let
bed, man, with his head wrap on.
You think Coach Hayes wears a bonnet?
Yeah, he light skinned, man. Of course he wear a bonnet, man. He wear a bonnet, he wear a face mask.
The coach wear a bonnet?
Face mask, all that good stuff.
No.
No. Let's see if the light skinned. You know he light skinned, man. He got to get prepped in the morning, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he light skinned. He wear the bonnet. He wrap his head. He wear the mask. He sleep with the ear plugs on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
Why would you say that about Coach Hayes?
Yeah.
Hey, Trita, my question to you, are they gonna let you on the airplane this year? Are you gonna be able to fly with the team with the rest of the media?
No, man. I mean, I'm footing my bill, man. I don't know who be on the airplane, but I don't. I don't know if any of them be on the airplane, but I know I don't. We're trying to fix our relationship, though, man. I'm trying to mend a relationship, man. I went too hard about Ja'Cory Brown a couple years ago, bro.
Yeah, you did. You got a little too personal with Mario.
Look, when is election day, man?
Election day, we're in early voting. I'm gonna have to get up in the morning and go to the polls. Hey, look here, man. You know what? Running for office and working at the polls. You know what it remind me of?
What?
I shouldn't say this, but I'm gonna say it. It remind me of the trap days.
Uh-oh.
You know, back in the days where you pull up down the street where they sold the weed and everything else, and everybody run to the car. Everybody run. Hey, all the dudes with they different weed, they run to the car, and be like, "Yo, I got insurance. Oh, I got this. I got this. Hey, I got this. You want that? Want it?" And everybody run to the car, and the guy be like, "Hold on. No, I came for this." It reminds me of that. My first day. Now, mind you, this is my first. I ran for office before. That was a special election. Man, we ain't do none of that stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
And so this is like my first real election. So you're gearing up. Okay, you got to go work the polls. And so I went to the poll, my first poll, and I'm looking at the people run to the car. I'm like, oh shit. So you got all these poll workers sitting there, all these people who work for other candidates. They got their T-shirt on, they got their signs up, and all this. The car pulls in, and then when they come into, everybody wait for the car to be pulled in. The election department make you go in a certain area to do all that at once. So the people pull in, boom.
Yeah.
They attack the car, boom, like the trap game used to be, and everybody runs to the car, boom, boom. Hey, I got this, I got this. You know, back in the days, you know, some people would go and take the dude's weed, and then they have the dude be trying to grab the driver, and they'd be dragging it, they'd be dragging. So every now and then, you would see guys getting dragged down the street because the guy was taking whatever they were selling. Man, I say, damn.
Is that crazy?
It was shocking for me. I was like, this is like the trap back in the day. Oh my God. Hey, Street, I was literally blown. I was like, what the? Am I going full circle right here?
Luke, I got a campaign song for you, dog.
Oh, where is that?
It's time to get, dog. I got a campaign song for you, man. It's time to get off the net, dog, and get in the field, dog. It's time to get off the net and get in the field, dog. You've been sitting at home talking on the internet campaigning. It's time to get in the field now, dog. Time to get in the field, Luke. It's game time now, dog. I ain't know you was gonna call it a trap, though.
It's distorted. What's wrong with the audio?
Hey, I ain't know you was gonna call it a trap, though.
What's wrong with the audio?
Oh no, it sounds clear on my end. I don't know.
No, it sounds horrible over here.
It sounds clear on my end.
StreamYard don't do good with.
What it sound like in the chat? What it sound like to y'all? Is clear?
Hey man,
you say don't do.
Y'all gotta check me out tomorrow and be on the Breakfast Club.
In the morning? Oh, they say it's distorted on that. That's weird, man. It was clear on my end, dog.
Yeah, I'll be on the Breakfast Club in the morning.
What time?
Hey, let me ask you a question.
What's up?
I just want one word. You don't have to elaborate. If you had a choice of University of Miami going to an apparel company, would it be Reebok, Nike, or stay with Adidas?
I want Nike back, man. Adidas act like they can't figure out how to be cool. Like their apparel, I mean, they shoes and stuff, man. It don't hit. They got cool clothes and stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? But it never applied to football. Like they seem like their designers and stuff always like them shoes they just came out with, man. I mean, nah, man, bring Nike back.
So how you mean
Hayes in the back, bro?
How you mean Adidas ain't got cool stuff?
They don't. They football stuff. They go right there. Light skin wonder.
Why you echoing?
I don't know. It didn't start to Hayes got in here.
That's me.
I ain't echoing no more.
No.
So why would Hayes make it echo?
What What, you took him down?
Want to try him again?
How about now?
One. We good.
How about now? Good?
Yeah, you great.
You echoing now, right? He echoing now, right?
Damn.
It's not that big.
It ain't
It's
that
little.
bad though. You just sound like Disco Dave under the tree.
Slick Rick.
1, 2. You don't
Y'all
stop.
lay round forward.
Hey, y'all keep them cars moving.
Hey,
What's up?
What's up?
you how you deal with Streeter?
I don't know, bro. Hey, one day at a time.
Let me ask you, will he survive this year and not get in a confrontation with Mario?
No.
Bruh, that's what I'm here for. That's what the media is for, ain't it? To ask questions. The media was created to ask questions for the people. See, y'all, I'm trying to smooth my stuff over with Mario, man. Y'all, here y'all go. I'm trying to make amends. Trying to get some cafecito. I'm trying to put the Ja'Cory Brown, the Jose, the JoJo behind us. Luke, you can fix it all. Luke, you can fix it.
I thought I fixed it.
Yeah. Mario ain't talked to me since Ja'Cory Brown. I went in there with Luke. He was like, "Hey, Streeter, what's up?" Dapping me up. Hey, damn, Luke.
And then what did you do after that?
You gotta be there. He don't talk to me unless you there. Unless we in the press conference. He don't say what's up to me.
Do you feel violated when he talked to you? Like he stares you down and give you a different answer than everybody else? Damn,
I don't feel violated. I feel single. I don't know. I look at it as a positive. I get unique answers from him.
That's funny.
Yeah, I look at it as a positive. I mean, listen, we're sitting in a press conference. We're not sitting in the UFC ring. Like, we're sitting in a press conference. I'm here to ask questions. He's here to answer them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both got a job to do.
Hayes, do you feel like Streeter is a little too tough on Mario?
No.
Nope, because Hayes be over there talking about, yeah, man, I asked him.
Hey, I be giving them questions to ask. I be giving them questions to ask. Oh, softball question.
Streeter, you're not gonna last. It's gonna be okay. You're not gonna last.
You can fix it, dog. Put on your goddamn starter jacket. Go down there, make them feel warm and fuzzy like it's the 80s again, and fix it, man. Where you starter jacket at, Luke? You still got it? You keep every goddamn thing. I know it's right in the garage.
No, I gave my 2 Live Crew starter jacket to Pitbull. I passed it on to him.
Man, we gotta bring them back. It's time, Luke. These boy kicking ass, Luke. It's time. Bring them back.
Yeah, they are.
You gotta bring them back, Luke.
Would you guys consider Miami as being back? Somebody asked me that the other day. I did an interview.
No.
He gotta
win
it. He gotta beat up the bully around the house. I told you, like they went out of town and started beating people up in Georgia and Tennessee, and they got back home, and Ray around the corner like, man, he never beat me.
Hey, Luke, you know how it was back in the day. Everybody went to Tallahassee Community College and reinvented themselves.
Yeah.
So on paper, right? They're about to run roughshod over the ACC on paper. He just has to do it. He got the ACC champion quarterback from last year. Come on, Luke. It can't be lined up no better. He just got to do it. He done built the team. He done recruited more blue chip offensive linemen and defensive linemen than any team in the country, bro. The last 5 years, bro. Mark Fletcher is finna run all over the ACC.
I don't think he should have came back.
You see, they gave his mama a camper so she could drive to all the games.
That's awesome.
That was cool. And it looked like Michael Irvin shooting a production, a show with her, like while she's on the road. That was cool. But now, Luke, they got the quarterback that won the ACC championship. They got Mark Fletcher, the best running back in the nation, arguably top 3. He's definitely the best running back. He's finna run all over the ACC.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be fair. But the question,
if they can't stop that, then
do we have the offensive line?
They're figuring it out.
But that's the only thing I'm concerned about because you lost so many people.
The Villains was arguing about our center for 8 hours yesterday in the membership, bro. They figuring it out, Luke. What you think, Hayes?
We ain't had no center last year.
They got one out the portal.
The center last year was not good.
No.
They were pushing this shit into the back of the stadium.
He had
once
technique
they figured out
he was smart.
What
we got a 6-year.
The center is normally the smartest guy on the O-line. So he's that bad?
He from Columbus. He been there for 6 years. He finna be the starting center.
Who?
Nah, that's loyalty.
Hold on. They moved his nephew to center?
He's not his nephew. Ryan Rodriguez. I mean, and the Villains are so concerned about him playing center. Like,
look, man, we got Cristobal and Mirabal. We got two of the best offensive line coaches money can buy. You have to, you just got to bet on them. That's what
That's it. That's it. It got to be a center in there somewhere.
You got to bet on those two guys. Those are the guys. And so, they're the
We have been getting our centers out the transfer portal too, Lou.
We've been getting centers out of the transfer portal. Mm-hmm. The last guy came out the portal.
The guy before him came out of the portal.
Yeah. I mean, so the new guy came out of the portal? Oh, no. Oh. So you're having a problem with the guy that we developed. So I guess your answer is when it comes to quarterbacks, it's the same thing. Go get the quarterback out of the portal the same way you got the last quarterback, and go get the center out the portal the same way you got the last center out of the quarterback. So that's your opinion?
That's what they have been doing this year. They decided to go with their guy, and I think they're still kind of figuring out who's going to be the center. We got 3 weeks for the game start, but you're right. We'll figure it out. That's the strongest part of the team. That's the strongest position on the team. That's where all the money done went. It got to be a center in there somewhere. Hayes, is this a big deal, Hayes?
Very much.
What you mean, very much?
Nah, it is a big deal, bro. And you know what? Something I always. Am I echoing or y'all echoing?
You echoing? Come on, man. Just get it together. Focus, man. You know your little OCD. He can't deal with stuff
tripping.
like this. Look at him, Luke.
I'm tripping. I'm over here tripping.
Focus, dog. Focus. It's okay. It's okay, Hayes.
4th and 1, 3 seconds left. All right, I just say it like this. I got to take one of these off because I hear myself talking. But anyway, we don't cut people, bro. Like, we don't cut block nobody. And it's legal. Like, them zone blocks and stuff, we don't cut them people. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why that's not like in the arsenal, bro.
No, we don't. Listen, I told Streeter last year when everybody picked up on us running through the A gap, and I know you knew this, Coach Hayes, and everybody figured it out. The fans started booing. Boo! Why the fuck are we running up the A gap all the time? When they start cutting.
Right.
Big echo. We started running up the A gap, then they picked up on that, and then before you know it, what ended up happening? Now we got to pull. So people don't realize when we start running outside zone. So now we run an outside zone, and we're pulling linemen, they don't know that the linemen, if they were not trained to pull and run outside zone, they coming out their stance a little quicker, and that's what's causing the offside penalties. And so when people were like, "Oh, we're just going offside so much," no, it's because we're learning something that we never did before in the damn season. And so, again, I hope that they ran some, some power G, power O, whatever the hell it is, some outside zone, because when you get into that situation, your O lineman going to be going outside. But we got two backs that we should know about. We got one that run outside zone. Hopefully they keep that in the playbook. And Fletcher running right downhill. And you got this all-world quarterback. Did they pick him because he's a mobile quarterback, because they know the O-line is going to be a little weaker and they need him to get out of there if he can get out of there?
I don't know how mobile he is. He black. That's kind of racist, Luke. I don't know how mobile
I thought he was mobile.
There's no evidence of him actually running around. Kind of racist, Luke. I don't know.
I thought he was mobile.
They say he can move around. I talked to a few players. They say he actually can get out, but he doesn't. That's not what he does. He doesn't really run a lot. You know what I'm saying? But they say he can move.
Hey, Coach Hayes, you a coach, right? You know when the game start happening, and you practice is one thing, the game is another thing. Shit going 100 miles an hour, you kind of revert back to what you always do in a game-like situation, right? Do you think this guy, this quarterback, because he's so locked in with the receiver he brought, his Louis that he brought from Duke with him, that in pressure situations, he's going to go find that guy, and that guy going to end up getting more balls than any other receiver? Do you think that's going to happen?
I'll say it like this, Luke. You know this like a quarterback, like a bar fight, dog. When they go down, you looking for your homeboy, right? You looking for the one you trust. You looking for, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we all at a bar, you ain't looking for some dude you knew from back in the 80s. You looking for street Hayes to be throwing blows to get you out of it. It's the same thing with those guys.
I didn't know Cooper Barkley and him were best friends. I found that out immediately. I didn't know that.
So, Streeter, let me ask you a similar question. So, if what Coach Hayes says, if when the times get rough and you look at the stats and game after game, the quarterback homeboy has more balls than our star receiver, is that going to be a problem?
Yeah, them boys in the city gonna put Mincy in the trunk. He'll get it together. Mally gonna have more 17 around the team. That be if he start throwing the ball to his own boy and Mally ain't get it, they will put him in the trunk and we'll have Luke Nickel for 2 weeks or so. They'll get him right. Not happening, dog.
They don't put people in the trunk no more. We've turned into a soft town.
Man, you don't see Mally be in the city with his family, man. They're my trunk putting people. They will put him in the trunk. I know what trunk putters look like, Luke.
Trunk putters.
Hey, listen. Listen, look at my comment section. Anytime I post about Mally, boy, we don't play about Mally, boy. Hey, listen, Mally protected. Hey, calm down, man. It's the internet, man. All right.
Hey, I'm just throwing it out there because, like you say, and Coach knows, there's only one football, and there's only a certain amount of reps you're gonna get in the course of a game. Like in high school, you're gonna get about 60 reps, if that, less than that, 40 reps, and let you on one side of the ball. So the distribution of the ball kind of changes. So how many times am I run the ball? How many times am I pass the ball? Who am I? So when you start looking at the thing and you got 60 reps in the game, Streeter, 60, and your game plan is calling for what? You, Fletcher, you got to get him. How many times do you think Fletcher gonna touch the ball? 10 times? How many times is the backup running back gonna touch the ball? How many times the tight end gonna touch the ball? How many times the wide out gonna touch the ball? So the number, the distribution of the ball going to these places, and then, hey, I'm going to a football game with all 5 of those films from the playoff. That's the difference. We have 5 extra games to game plan for Mally, not for the other guys, because the other guys weren't there. And this offense. So I'm not going to let Mally beat me. Right, Coach Hayes? Are you going to go in the game and let Mally beat you?
Nah, not your best player. You better, but number 2 got to step up.
So then that means the ball is going to be distributed to number 2, Streeter. And so you better get the boys with the trunk ready, whatever they're getting ready to put in there. Because number 2 is going to get the ball because, again, you got Fletcher with the ball. My homeboy is over here because I brought my Louis with me. I got Mally right here. That's going to be interesting.
Dawson been here for 3 years. All 3 years, a slot wide receiver led the team in receptions, and it hasn't even been close.
I'll say it like this: if a defensive coordinator is worth his salt, like I said, it's the sophomore slump. With the sophomore slump, he's going to take one, but not because of him. I think because if a defensive coordinator is worth his salt, he will game plan for Malachi. Right? That's just how I look at it. It's not the fact that, oh, he going to go for 1,000 yards, this, that, and the other. He might. But if I'm playing Miami, number 1, man, I'm finna bracket this dude. I'm high-lowing this cat, and I'm trying to stop the run. Barkay better show me he could beat me. Upshaw, whoever else y'all got, it ain't gonna be him. Not that Saturday. Nah, the other 11 Saturdays, that's on y'all. But my Saturday, I'm just saying.
Manny gonna get that ball, bro. Like it's it. After Notre Dame game last year, at the top of everybody's chalkboard was Mally. Number 10 circle. You got to stop Mally. Did Florida State stop him? Did Texas A&M stop him? We didn't have it. It was Mally. After Notre Dame game, it was like, okay, we got to stop the freshman. I know how weird it may sound, but we got to stop the freshman. He's the threat. They didn't stop him.
No, I don't think you're going to stop him, but I think, like they say, you contain him. I don't think he's going to be able to get the type of things. They got tendency charts on him now. You got enough data points to understand what Shannon Dawson does, what he doesn't do with this guy. You know what I mean, think about it. And Malachi Tony came out of nowhere. Like, I don't even think Malachi Tony knew he was going to do what he was going to do. Like, being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, being real. I don't think he even... Not saying you don't believe in yourself, but you don't even believe that. Oh my God, bro! He came out of cannon. You know.
He broke all the records at American Heritage.
No, I get that, but like you know what I'm saying. Let's be real. As a freshman, do you really think you'll come out and do what you did? Not saying you weren't gonna be productive, that you weren't gonna be successful, but be the freshman phenom, like.
Yeah, on front of EA Sports, it's almost like he duplicated what Jeremiah Smith did, and I never would have thought that I would have seen that out of anybody, right? We didn't think we were going to see it twice here in South Florida.
Mm-hmm. And Jeremiah, I mean, what, 225, 6'3", 215, 6'3", running this, that, and the other. So the likelihood was probably better for Jeremiah, but for Malachi, I mean, phenomenal, bro.
Yeah, Malachi, but just like you did say, Streeter, he is in an offense, a Shannon Dawson offense that throws the ball to that slot receiver. a lot. But again, you know, that ball going to that slot receiver for the last 4 years, 3 years, 3 or 4 years, or whatever it may be. Uh, them people gonna come in the game to try and defense that.
I don't. Indiana.
And I think the production did the production go down as the playoffs went on.
Yeah.
Cause that Ohio State game was violent. I was scared for my son. I was like, shit.
He said violent.
Hey, them boys was dropping up into that hot.
Indiana had a different approach. I think Indiana allowed us to throw him the ball, and they corralled to the ball. So they made it seem as if he was open. Everybody corralled to him, and they would just get him on the ground. Third down, fourth down, we had to punt. He had 100 yards, but it was like it's almost like they made it appear as he was open, and everybody's assignment was to tackle Malachi.
This young man here say, what do he do when you put him in the backfield?
Yeah, that's Lane Kiffin move, ain't it? Lane Kiffin. That's Lane Kiffin move.
See, that's the thing. They've seen us use him in so many different ways. You as a coach, Coach Hayes, what else? How else can you use this guy? I mean, he was in the backfield.
Kick a field goal.
Running back. He played quarterback. They ran jet sweeps. They ran pass. He threw passes out the backfield. He He played in the slot.
Right.
Do you put him on punt return?
But I'm gonna tell you this though, Luke. Tell you the truth, we face that every week in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it, usually maybe not in Dade County because there's so much talent, you're not forced to do it that way. But when I be breaking down these tapes, man, I see a receiver. This dude be at damn running back, wide receiver, wildcat, kick return, safety. You know what I'm saying? He go line up on the best dude and play corner. So when you doing this stuff, I mean, you just try to get those tendencies and see what they do with them. Because let's be real, he's got a set of plays too. And if you can get enough tendencies on him, you'll kind of know what he's going to do. Now, you got to stop it. But at the end of the day, you can't just run the whole playbook with this cat. You know what I mean?
And that's the thing. You got to stop it. And you're going to have to stop him.
You got to stop
But I think Shannon Dawson is going to have to line him up in the field side, not as much in the boundary, and in the field that'll give him a little more space, because he starts sitting him in the boundary a lot. And what people don't realize, some people look at the hash. The NFL hash is here, Streeter. College hash is here. High school hash is here. So you're more closer to the sideline in college and in high school, therefore allowing that backer to drop up under that hot. And I just saw him throwing him a lot of balls in the boundary a lot. And so he needs to get him in space. And I think that'll be something that'll be hard for people to defend, even if you bracket him, because he's shifty in space. He ain't gonna go take that motherfucker to the building every time, but he'll get enough yards to keep the chains moving.
But he looks quicker. He's put on like 15 pounds. He done took the next step, believe it or not.
That's good. So I mean, he could take on the pound of being a running back too.
Oh, he's put on maybe 15, 20 pounds. He looks quicker out there. He looks he's starting to look like them boys in the past. Look like Roscoe Parrish and you know them boys, but Philip Buchanan. We don't be having a lot of those, dog. Yeah, that's what he looked like out there.
Boy, you saying something now, Street. Hold up.
You know, y'all, last time y'all put them jackets on our brother and told him, oh, we got the next Warren Sapp. He gonna bring Sapp record. He can bring these. Don't do that, Streeter. Leave the man right there. Let the man do what he gotta do right there. Let Mally be Mally. Put on his record. He gonna break Restrepo record. Let that happen.
Yeah, I just want to see them be creative offensively, like I always say with motion and stuff. I don't think we're very creative offensively with our motion and setups. Because we don't create confusion on the defensive side. We just line up. I mean, now you see Malachi Tony motion, but we don't shift a lot. We don't do those type of things, man. Create that mismatch on defense or create a miscommunication. That's the biggest thing.
Oh, that's Fletcher Mama RV. I see that. All right. Mom got an RV. She can ride that thing all the way.
I love it, dog.
You think he
That's a
changed?
beautiful thing.
You think Dawson is capable of changing something, Hayes? Or is it like a zebra stripes thing?
I don't know, man. One thing about coaches, when they get successful that I've just learned, it's hard to get them to change because, as the saying goes, why fix it if it's not broken? I've been successful, got to the natty doing it this way. Like I said, I'm not really questioning the play calling. I'm questioning making the play easier through motion and formation. You can still run your inside zone, but shift to it. Now you may not get that 3 technique. He may not move correctly. He may not get the slant call. He go the wrong way. You see what I'm saying? Those little things. It's not the play calling. It's creating that mismatch or miscommunication where that corner got to get over to this side. You know, like we was in the Discord watching film. Who was that shifted against us? And they went unbalanced. Our corner never saw. He over there covering the tackle. You see what I mean? It's just it's not the play, same play, but just that. Imagine if you get 3 of those a game. That could be 21 points. 3 out of the 60 plays Luke talking about. 3.
Yep.
2 is 14 points.
Yeah, that's you got to, but just like Streeter said, I've got these boys. The question is going to be, okay, you're going to run the same offense because it's been successful that you've been running all this time, and say, okay, y'all going to have to stop.
Like, think about this. You do defense. You don't play 2x2 the same way you play 3x1.
No.
So that means somebody got to talk. If we go 2x2 to 3x1, somebody got to say something. Well, guess what? The band just hit that high note. He talking to his coach on the side. He missed the call. He still think it's red, and y'all done checked it to blue. He playing cover 2 on that side, and everybody else playing cover 3. My man going down the sideline.
That simple as
That's
that.
how it happened.
And that is how it happens, Streeter. Streeter, it's the thing is, the average coach is going to try to take away your best player, and they're going to dare you to have, a good coach is going to take away the best player, and then the other ones are going to, the numbnuts is going to be like, oh, I'm going to run what I run because they don't even know what they're running, how they're running it, but at the end of the day, you try and take away their best, and if you could do that, then you can stay in the game. And that's why I always get nervous when we play against teams with the head coach being the offensive coordinator. And I said that all year. I was always nervous of Louisville, and I was nervous of SMU.
Right.
And I said, these boys here know how to dial that shit up. Right. And they know how to keep us off the field, and they're going to strike fast, strike early, try to get up, then try to control the game and put us in a situation where we're going to have to be in a pressure situation of making a play. And thank God we don't have none of them people we got to deal with this year. Now, yeah, I want to ask y'all about Carson Beck. When you looked at Carson Beck, looked so good, and then you looked at Carson Beck, the same ball that he threw on the same route Nigga Hayes over there. I know Hayes broke the shit down. The same ball.
You saw when I broke it down.
Oh, you broke it down? I didn't see it. I know you had to break this shit down. I know you had to peep that.
He threw the same ball to Malachi against Louisville and laid it out there. He just underthrew it, bro.
No, the one on the sideline that he threw for the interception that ultimately killed us for the national championship. That was the same route. You realize that, right?
No, right. I was just saying, but he, like when people tell me, oh, his arm surgery, he couldn't throw it. He threw that same ball to Malachi. I got it somewhere this year. I don't know if you play it, but I broke it down on the.
He threw the same ball to Malachi. Look,
you can play it, put it up there.
Look, I fixed it for you, huh?
He funked my man right there, man.
I fixed it for you. Check it out.
Back, steps up. Oh, got a man!
Funk, buddy.
I fixed it for you, dog. There you go. Want to do it again?
What did you fix?
That's the national championship. How I started, right?
Back, steps up. Oh, got a man! Oh,
And that's how it's going for Carson Beck.
You ain't right. Carson Beck had an excellent game.
He got off.
And it was like, why we didn't have this Carson Beck? Was it the play calling? Is it the offense? I mean, what is it?
I don't know if he was completely healed. And then Hayes, you could have it. And I'm one to believe. I think we did have this Carson Beck, Luke. I think Carson Beck and his experience took us to the national championship.
So was it the offense? Why he didn't look like that? That guy there was like, what the hell is this right here? This is a machine.
So again, they rolled him out of the pocket. That's something we didn't do with Beck. I used to say all the time. That creates a lot of pressure on defense. You know what I mean? Carson Beck ain't Lamar Jackson, but if you hesitate, he can get you 5, 6, 10, 15 yards. Matter of fact, I just put in the back chat the link if you want to play it for Luke, so you can see the comparison I made. I put the link back there.
Yeah, I think Carson Beck was very successful. We hadn't been that far in 20 years, 25 years.
But you know Carson Beck. You follow him before he came to Miami. You knew what Carson Beck was capable of doing. So are you surprised that this Carson Beck is looking like this and he didn't look like this in Miami?
Luke, I watched the man take over the game at Ole Miss and run the ball in the end zone. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not sure what we wanted from him.
Echo crazy.
It is.
It's getting worse. Like, how's it getting worse?
Yeah, let me look and see on my end if I can do something. You got echo cancellation on your audio?
I do. I checked everybody's.
Yeah, I got echo cancellation on.
Yeah, that's the play.
Yeah, watch this.
Yeah.
The clip in the good, bad, and ugly of Carson Beck in his last year.
And you will be echoing.
Mute all of us. Another hash. This was too far, and Tua threw a ball just like it. But he was on this hash, on the near hash, and all that good stuff. Well, I found a clip that's almost exactly the same distance, the same everything, but just a couple of things different. Y'all check this out right quick. If you take a look at this right now. Take a look at this right now. Carson Beck is on the 50-yard line. This is the game against Louisville. That bandwidth kicking, huh? Here he's on about the 46-yard line. Okay. If you take a look at it, when this ball is thrown, okay, when this ball is thrown, you're going to see right here, Carson Beck is right here on the minus 47. Then he's on the 47-yard line, other side of the 50. Here, he's on the plus 49. He's on this side of the 50. All right. This was important. 4-yard difference. Same hash, same everything. But watch the difference in the throw. This ball was intercepted right here at the 15-yard line. Okay. You're going to see up here, Malachi Tony's going to catch this ball at the 10. He catches the ball at the 10-yard line. Now, let's quickly go back so you guys can see. I want y'all to understand that Carson Beck can make this throw. This was the shorter throw to the 15. This was all the way down to the 10-yard line, and he's 4 yards back. He's got plenty of arm to do it, and even the ball up here was underthrown. Even if you look at it, Malachi Tony has to slow down to catch this ball. He's got plenty of arm, plenty of space to throw this ball out here. So it goes to show you clearly that Carson Beck could throw this ball. He just underthrew it. Poorly thrown ball, bad decision. If he airs this ball out, which is 4 yards closer, he could have simply put this ball at least to the 5-yard line with that same type of throw he threw to Malachi Tony. Just want to clear that up. A lot of people talking about, Coach, you don't know what a hypotenuse is. Man, I teach math. Cut it out. But anyway, I'm just saying that throw could have been made. He had to step into it and let it go. This was for the national championship. Y'all go check out Coach A's football and appreciate all the love.
Coach, you don't know. He said, Coach, you don't know what a hypotenuse is. And that was in game 4, right, Hayes? Huh? Unmute yourself. You muted.
Yeah, I was saying that was Louisville, and this is the Natty. I don't know, Street. That might be yours. Is that you?
It didn't start happening until you came in here, light skin wonder.
No, does that? I don't know what happened though.
We were straight till you came in here, light skin.
Hey, dog. I don't want no problem.
I'm echoing too, though. I don't know where that came from.
Am I echoing? Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Because I turn my thing off mute. What the hell?
Mute yourself right quick, Street. Let me just see something. See if it echoes.
I've been muting myself the whole time.
Luke, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Am I echoing?
Nah, you good. No echo.
So a streeter.
I don't know what happened.
No, Hayes still echoing.
Emma?
No, he wasn't echoing to me. Now it's echoing.
Right, now it's echoing. Stream y'all been tripping lately.
Luke, man, it's 2:00 in the morning, man.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. I'm going to call it a day. Shit. I got to get up in the morning and go to, well, right now I got to get up and go to a couple of hours and go back to these poles and trap some votes. Trap some votes. I know all the people in the football world, Mario and everybody, they just happy that I'm running for office, so I don't mess around with nobody, none of the football people. Y'all done let my best friend get fired at the Dolphins. But yeah. All right, man. Appreciate you guys. We gotta do this again. We definitely gotta do this again.
Let's do it.
Yeah, without echo. Hey man, those are some great guys, man. Y'all gotta go check out Coach Hayes, man. Coach Hayes does what he just did right there all the time. He breaks down the plays, street at Footballville. Y'all follow them dudes and make sure you like, share, and subscribe their shows because they are very good at what they do. We gotta do this again. I think us three will be better than Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson and all that. I guess, who will be and the other guy, who would Streeter be in that three? Well, we'll figure that out later on, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you guys for looking at the show. I'm going to take care of these burning eyes of mine. I think it's because I've been doing a little too much. But hey, if you want to follow the campaign, go to www.luthercampbellforcongress.com. If you want to be a volunteer, call up. We'll be at the office tomorrow. I mean, we're looking for poll workers. We're looking for more people to get on the phone, do robocalls. We're in the home stretch of this campaign. We are in the home stretch of this campaign, and it is serious. And we're doing a great job. There are people coming out to the polls. They're coming out to vote, and we just need more people. Broward County, is up to you. We just need more people to come and vote and get this thing going because we need to win this election for the kids and for the community and for the seniors. All right, so I'll be back. I'll be back next week. What the hell? This is next week. My brain is dead. It's fried. Don't pay me no attention. Make sure y'all check me out tomorrow morning on the Breakfast Club. I will be on the Breakfast Club in the morning. It's gonna be an epic show. We talked about some great things, great conversations. So make sure y'all check me out on the Breakfast Show in the morning. It's gonna be a hot show. And y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to that also. And I'll always post my schedule. I post my schedule of where I'm gonna be and what time I'm gonna be at each precinct. Come on by and holler at me. Come on by and vote and holler at me. We're gonna have some special things going on throughout the voting. We're gonna do some different things than what they're not used to get people motivated to vote and come out to the polls. We're gonna have some celebrities come out and be at the polls with us and a lot of things like that. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for listening to the show. Make sure y'all go to my YouTube page, YouTube Uncle Luke TV. You'll see a lot of content that you don't see anywhere else on there. Go to my Facebook pages, Uncle Luke over there, and Luther Campbell over there. And shouts out to everybody on Twitter. Appreciate you guys. Shouts out to Coach Hayes, Coach Streeter, Big Glow. She in the chat. Y'all have a nice day. In the words of Walter Cronkite, may the good news be yours. Peace.
The next great congressman from the state of Florida, and his name will be Luther Campbell.
I'm civil rights attorney Ben Crump, often referred to as Black America's Attorney General. I grew up in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, went to high school at South Plantation High School. My dad still lives in Parkway. We want to make sure we have a strong advocate from our community who understands our culture to go fight for us in the United States Congress. So make sure you go vote for Uncle Luke Campbell for Congress on August 18th.